Broadcasted live. Okay.
Yep.
All right. And we're back. And we're back. Welcome to another edition of Red Cup Rants, the final show of Red Cup Rants of the 2019 year. I'm your host, Dre. I got two
Hold
of
up,
us.
Dre. That mean that hold on, Dre. That means this is the final show of the decade. Shitty
I
ass
ain't that final
decade.
show of the decade, man. That's crazy, man.
Shitty
I
ass
got my hitters
decade.
with me. I got Mad Mike, of course, and I got Dex, Big Dex.
Yeah.
Phil might come in tonight. We did have a special guest that was gonna come on with us tonight, but he's fighting food poisoning, so he might come on tonight. That's Patrick.
Ooh,
Sean might be joining us for a
ooh.
little bit. So, but right now it's just the three amigos, Anthros, Pothros, and whatever the other amigo's name was. That
M
guy, the
M.
musketeer, the Musketeers, man, the three amigos, whatever their names
What?
were.
Wait. What did you just?
The three amigos, three musketeers, the three something.
Nah. What did you call us? Ambrose.
Anthros, Anthros, Prothros, and whatever the other dude's name was. I don't know what
Did
the
you
other
just
name
call me
was.
Anthrax? Did you just call me Anthrax, my guy? Wait.
Anthros, Prothros.
I
I don't know
say
what you're talking
Anthros.
about.
All right, how about Larry, Curly, and Moe, the Three Stooges? How about that?
No. We'll keep that Anthrax. Nah, I'm good
But
on
we are
that one.
back. We are back. We're doing a wrap up. This show's gonna be a little different tonight. Usually we'll come with the hot sports topics. We'll probably get into that, but this is mostly just a recap. Um, this has been a very interesting year in sports. Very interesting year in non-sports. So, um, and also if anybody has a sports moment they want to share, hit us on that line. You see it down there at the bottom. Hit us in that line if you want to share some stories. We're more than happy to get you to come on. So, all right, fellas, man, this is the last show of 2019, man. So let's go.
Uh, Give me a second. I forgot to open up the chat line. My bad, people. It ain't like y'all calling in 3 minutes into the show
Here
anyway.
you go. How you gonna? Bro, I swear to God. I swear
Like
to God.
this.
This is what we're doing. This is what we're doing in 2019, man. This is what we're
Hey,
doing,
we gonna
man.
leave all this bald headed hoe shit in 2019. You understand?
Nah, man. We gotta keep ball head whole shit. We gotta keep ball.
No. We're not doing that. We're not
We
doing
gotta
that.
do ball head whole shit. Well, I know when I turn 40, I gotta do ball head whole shit on my 40th. So.
Wait, what?
Hey man, I already got plans in motion. We gonna talk offline. Hey man,
Hey,
look, it's my 40th birthday, and like I said, I gotta have my RCR family, my SPN network. No, it's not gonna be. It's not. No, it's not gonna be like. It's not gonna
Wait.
be like that. It's
I
not gonna
got
be like
something for
that.
you. Hold on. I got something
It's not
just
gonna
for
be
you.
like that. But it's gonna be like, it's my 40th, man. I mean, not a lot of people.
Wait. Did
Not a
you
lot of.
just did you just say
Well, not a lot of people that look like me as a man, especially with
Dre,
that. With
wait
that.
a minute, Dre. Wait a minute. Did you just say you got to do bald headed hoe shit for your 40th?
Hey man, it's a blessing, man. I mean, not a lot of people.
Hold on. I have a
you sure
response for
you?
that. I've got a
Oh
response for
wait.
that.
Oh shit.
You're fired.
How you gonna fire me on my day off? Bro?
Damn, you got to be a dumb motherfucker to get
How you
fired on your
gonna
day
fire on
off.
you? But no, seriously, with all due seriousness though, being at my age as a black man who's been through a lot as far as health 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 decisions
Bald
and
headed hoe shit 2020. Oh
stuff
my
that's happened
god.
with us, stuff that's happened with us, and black men don't make it this far. It's a blessing, man. It's a blessing to be at this point in your life where you're about to turn the big 4-0, and God, hopefully, God willing, I get to see that in 2020. So I know a lot of people will be, a lot of people be like, oh, I don't want to see that. I don't have midlife crisis.
But
I'm embracing it. I'm
I don't
embracing
want to be a player no more. Yeah, that shit.
I'm right there with you,
it. Hey,
bro.
look, long as great value, still like give you.
See, we was good until you said that. We was
Man,
good
you
until you
know
said
what?
that, bro.
I'm a
But
secret
but
weapon,
but
which
we
is in a
good.
red
I mean,
cup.
everybody, look, everybody that's with us tonight, that's gonna hang with us for these couple of hours before we ring in the new year. We
Stop
appreciate
it.
it from the
Right,
bottom of our heart.
like LaDonna said. Stop it.
Hey man, what y'all
Oh
talking
my
about?
God.
I got stock in great value, so y'all better stop bullshitting. That's what money is. I'm trying to tell you. You'd be surprised how
But
many
great,
people buy. You'll be
look, you got
surprised. Look, You'll be surprised
stock
how
and great value. So you
you'll
don't
be
win up.
surprised. Look, let me tell you like
Lord
this.
have
You'll be
mercy.
surprised who buys great value at Walmart. You just got to peep game, man. Just got to peep game.
Dre,
Bro.
Dre, just let it go. Let the great value go, bro.
Hold on, why
Making-
y'all bullshit? Let me go. Let me get that. Got some great value paprikas I'm gonna use tonight, so I'm just letting y'all know that. So.
Paprikas.
But all right, enough playing, man, because we got a lot of stuff to cover tonight, so I'm not gonna hold y'all any longer. So, all right, Dex, man, you got the list, you got the recap.
Of course I do.
So, what's number one on the
What's
on the
number
recap
one?
list of 2019?
Well, since I forgot to do my my housekeeping and all that stuff. What we're gonna do here this year, well, this end of the year shindig piece of, I don't know what we're gonna call it. We're gonna talk about some memorable moments in the sports world of 2019, and we may recap some of our show moments of 2019.
Mm-hmm.
Show moments.
Oh,
We
it's
probably
a couple. It's a couple.
We're
Mad
gonna
Mike,
need that.
Mad Mike got
show moments we
Mad Mike is
probably won't. Pro show moments we probably won't. Do the whole clip, thing, because, well, I ain't gonna lie, I got tired. I was doing a lot of work. Got tired.
all I know is that
Look, let me
if I'm a
explain.
betting man,
Hold on,
if
let
I'm
me
a betting
explain.
man, look, I'm just gonna say it like this: if I'm a betting man, Mad Mike's got at least two good ones. He's got at least two good ones. Yeah,
Mad
yes, you.
Mad Mike's the source of
Yes,
like
you.
20 good ones, bro.
No, matter of fact, I already got you a gift for Christmas. Just give me your address. I'm gonna send it to you in the mail. I got you a gift. It's a belt, custom made. It's a belt, custom made just for you. As a brother,
I don't even want to know. I really don't even want to know.
Well, you know what? When you get it in the mail, I just want to make sure in 2020 that you wear it at least one time. That's all I want you to do, man. We good.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen.
All I know is it starts with the letter. Look, it starts with the letter A, and
that's why Dix is over there really quiet. I kind of figured.
I know what it is because we talked about it last week. I didn't.
Yeah,
I 2 weeks ago.
Me and Dex, we came together. We had some ideas, and we're gonna, So from us to you, Merry Christmas.
The most memorable show moments we'll probably
as Marshawn Lynch say.
What I'm gonna do for the benefit or the non-benefit of our show watchers and listeners, the most of the show moments that are memorable, unfortunately, we're gonna leave them in the vault because this guy right here, I am actually in the process of transitioning from this area, my home, to my soon-to-be new home, which is Phoenix. I am going to be moving soon. I'm going to be starting a new job. The missus is starting a new job, and while working out all that logistical stuff, I didn't really have time to, chop some stuff up. So, that being said, the first thing we gonna do is, well, Dre, I hate to do this, but we about to piss off one of your closest peoples. The first sports moments of the year.
You got to be aware of the inbounder here if you're Philly.
It's off to Leonard, defended by Simmons. Is this the dagger? Game! Series! Toronto has won!
You're not, well, I mean... You know what? All I'm saying is that was a hell of a shot by Mike's twin. So I mean,
I was just waiting for it. I knew you was gonna do. I knew you was going there, dog.
Oh man, what brother would I be if I wouldn't have said that, dog? Come on, man. You already know what it is. But that was a great moment this year.
Man.
As far as we all know the story with Kawhi. We all gave him hell about the whole issue in San Antonio. Mike called him soft. I said that I kind of gave him the benefit of the doubt, but it was just like,
Mike did what?
Yeah, you did. You really did. You called him soft. You was like, he's playing. Basically, you say he's playing like a bitch. So I mean, couldn't really
Oh,
argue with
I didn't
that.
say he's playing like a bitch. I said the move that he made was a bitch move. That's what I
But
said.
then you said he was kind of being soft though because he was lingering with the injury. He was kind of saying
Yeah,
that.
you did too, Dre.
Right.
Don't try to pull me out. You said
No,
the
no, no,
same
no,
thing.
no, no. I said no. See, you missed the whole conversation when I said all of us gave him grief, even me.
Oh,
Like I
okay,
said,
okay,
all of
okay.
us,
All
all
right.
of us.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Like
whoa, whoa, whoa. I did not.
Okay.
I was okay with load management, and y'all called me out for it.
here we go. Anyway, like I was
Yeah, I
saying,
don't believe that
all
shit.
of us
I don't believe that shit.
gave him hell about this decision
No, no,
regarding
no,
how it was.
no, no.
You know what?
The
Honestly,
the
I
three
think
old men, the three amigos of this Danery did, you, Mike, and Phil, and I was the one saying I didn't have a problem with it, and y'all damn near.
Man, you know damn well
like
it
I
was
said before,
nothing.
look.
Stop.
Like
You
I
know
said
damn
before,
well it was nothing wrong with that
all
dude.
of us, hey, you're guilt by association. You're
God
in
damn.
this. So let me say.
God
Anyway,
damn it.
so anyway, like I was saying, we all gave this man grief about his decision, about his injury, I guess,
Alleged quad
alleged
injury.
injury,
Alleged
and
quad injury.
right. So, but in essence, he got shifted to Toronto because I mean they pretty much was like tired of his mess. Um, I didn't really think it was going to be a good move because I didn't think Kawhi was going to do anything in Toronto, but she surprised the hell out of me. The way the man, I mean, everybody talked about how he took games off and stuff like that. Yeah, that's cool and everything, but see what the man did in playoffs. The tear he went on in playoffs. I put it second to Dirk's run in 2011 as far as being that guy who basically will. Because I don't think nobody expected Toronto to even be in that position. Yes, granted, Golden State was hurt. They was missing key players, but nobody
Oh,
expected
that's the
Toronto.
only. Let's be real. That's the only reason why they won because they was hurt. I mean,
Yeah, we
give him
all
his
know.
credit. He played well,
That.
but that was the only reason why they won.
I already said that. Missing KD and missing a game. I was surprised
ACL.
made it. Right. I was surprised Golden State made it to 6 games because they was missing some big stuff.
Yeah.
But you can't take nothing away from Kawhi. The man went on a run. Nobody expected Toronto to make it to that position because we all know every time Toronto ran into a man named LeBron James, you know what happened. So LeBron's out the East. It was pretty much up for grabs. And you had a guy who basically came out of a bad situation in San Antonio. He goes to Toronto, and all of a sudden he goes on this incredible run. He does. Like, I can't take that away from him, even though it was kind of jacked up how it happened, how he got there. You can't fault the man for that, and you can't deny his play either. You can't. So his run in the playoffs, I put it number 2 behind Dirk in 2011.
Okay.
Hey, you ain't good. You got nothing. I have nothing to say about that. Other than, like I said, it was all luck. Let's just be honest. It was all luck, but sometimes that's what you need to win championship. Just a little bit of luck, and I think we know that as Falcons fans, we need just a little bit of luck, and they got that. Everything just bounced that way. So can't hate on it, man. That's what you need.
I mean, that's really what it is. It's really what it is. It's just it's like what Lee Corso says all the time. What's hard work is when what's luck is when hard work meets opportunity. And
yes, sir.
The Raptors took that opportunity and ran the fuck with it because they ended up winning the championship. So I mean, yeah, granted that, like you said, the Warriors were the walking wounded, but I gotta give props to Golden State because when Kevin Durant went down with an injury, and then Clay went down with his injury, it's basically just Steph Curry and Draymond Green. They still took it to 6 games, so you got to give props to Golden State. They still fought their ass off. And the dude said if Golden State was healthy, it would have been 5 games. I agree. I really do.
Yeah, easy.
Easy. Kevin Durant. You saw what Kevin Durant did in them little 10 minutes before he got hurt. He already had 12 points.
Yeah.
So if Kevin Durant and Klay Thompson was fully healthy, we'd be talking about a whole different thing. But like I said, I can't take nothing away from Kawhi and what he made that team. And then Siakam, who came out of nowhere. This guy.
You said his name right. Oh, wow. Whoa, you said his name.
I told you that we're trying
wow.
to.
Dex, can you believe this, bro? He actually said his name right.
For anybody that knows me, I'm like Steve Harvey. I'm like Steve Harvey when it comes to words. I butcher a lot of words. So when I said Siakam, it's because what I want to call him, I can't call him.
You can't call him.
It's what it is. I can't call him what I want to call him.
Yo.
But anyway, before Dex, because Dex got that look in his eye, Siakam really. I mean, everybody talks about Kawhi. Everybody talks about Lowry. You know, Mike gives Lowry a lot of grief because Lowry sometimes is inconsistent. But the fact of the matter is,
unfortunately, you can call him that because if you didn't hear the other day, the United States put Wakanda on the actual list of nations they trade with.
Oh,
so
that's according to 45, but we ain't gonna talk about that. This is a family show because we can talk about that all night. But with that being said, everybody talks about Lowry, about how he's inconsistent. Mike has pointed that out plenty of times how inconsistent he could be. Lowry did give them some key moments, but the guy that nobody really talked about who really kind of blossomed before our eyes was Siakam. And especially after Draymond Green made them comments about how he's the best defender in NBA history, and then Siakam dropped 31 points on him in Game 1. Like, you claim you're the best defender in NBA history, but you let me do piss on you. Like,
hey, Dre,
I'm listening.
The Final Four is complete. Yo, Phil, what up, though?
Oh, he's there. What up, Phil?
What up, Phil? What you got, bro?
Oh, man. Come on, man. Don't be being all dramatic. Bring your ass in and say something. Damn.
He acting like this the Royal Rumble, and he got to come in entrant number 30.
Well, Phil said he's here, so we're gonna work on that. I'm working on getting everything blended together.
That's cool. That's cool.
Together. Yeah. Oop, there we go. We'll do it that way.
He
said he just got off work and he's here with us. And things, and you did enunciate your words and everything. And shout out to
honestly, the reason why I did it is because we're trying to make this a family show. We're trying to not offend.
Get me fine. All right, get me fine. Let's be honest. Get me fine.
We're trying not to.
I ain't worried about your damn fines.
No, I mean,
I can't even log into my Gmail account right now. You talking about a damn fine? Shut the hell up.
There's other words in my repertoire that I would love to use, but we said that we're not going to do that. So I'm trying to get better. So I went and practiced saying his name right before I got on the air.
You practiced saying Siakam.
I did. I actually did. Hey man, sometimes
I feel like a proud grandfather over here.
There you go. See, and I'm older than you. So you shut the hell up. I'm older than you.
Hey man,
good job, boy. Good job. You did good, boy. You did.
Anyway, but yeah, that's my thought about the whole. Do I think Kawhi is the best player right now? Yeah, right now. But we all know who's the best player.
We do.
We all know who's the best player. Like right now, who's the best player right now? I'm talking about this season, but we all know who's the guy right now, and that's the guy in LA.
2-3.
Where's 2-3?
Yeah.
I doubt it.
But I will say this.
I'm not saying.
But I will say this. This is my hot take. But this is my hot take. If Kawhi Leonard somehow gets the Clippers a championship, he just needs to retire and go to the Hall of Fame because that's crazy. Because he went and got a championship with San Antonio, even though he was the guy behind Big Three. He was the guy that actually took on the task of beating LeBron, going against LeBron in the finals. Then he goes to Toronto and wins the championship there. and now he goes to the Clippers and wins the championship, and he beats LeBron in the process, he might as well just retire. He might as well just retire, and
Yeah.
him and his twin brother could go have a show.
Well, Mike is rolling his eyes, and
He
Phil,
always
you got
rolls his
anything
eyes. What else?
on the best player in the NBA right now?
Look, man, I don't think he's the best player. You're not going to convince me. I
We
think
know
he's.
you don't, sir. We know.
I mean, let's be honest. How difficult is to play with AD? How difficult is to play with him?
I mean, but
ask New Orleans because they had a hard time doing it. So
I will say this.
Who had a hard time? Who's ever had a hard time?
New Orleans Pelicans. That's who.
No, he led them to what, the conference, the semi,
to going home.
Going against Golden State.
He went against that
Golden State.
With Golden State. Yeah,
he went to Golden State. Everybody lost to Golden State. So I'm not convinced that. Yeah, he's doing a great job. Look, maybe This is what I say about LeBron. LeBron is a point guard. It's not difficult to be a point guard doing what he's doing right now. What's difficult, right, for me, what I'm gonna say when LeBron is LeBron, and he's the best player in the league, is when he get to the playoff and he shows another level. Because we already seen this with LeBron. This ain't nothing new. This is nothing new. And like, it's much easier to play with a big man than it is to play with guards. Everyone who's ever played the game can say, if you got a big man, it's much, much easier. Just ask Kobe. Kobe wish he had Shaq.
I will say it's about Kobe. He did push for the Lakers to go get a big man. They went and got the Gasol, won 2 more championships. So.
Okay.
I mean, don't get me wrong, but see, you know what? I say it like this. Do I blame LeBron for starting the whole super team thing? Yes and no. But I've seen other players do it. I mean, look at Kawhi. Kawhi went and got Paul George out of OKC. So I mean, you always gonna have that one player who is the star player, which is Kawhi. But then you have to have a sidekick. Jordan had Pippen. We didn't know how Pippen was gonna turn out, but we know that he turned out to play beat. But everybody it's a team effort, like you said, Mike. Chemistry and the team effort, it always prevails, regardless of how much talent you got. Because if that was the case, then the Yankees should have won another championship because all the talent they had, and that super team that the Lakers had when they had Gary Payton,
all the talent that they bought,
all the talent they had,
about that,
and they lost to Detroit. So I mean, it's like you said, Mike. I think that's why AD and LeBron works, because you can see the chemistry. So that's why I think that personally,
it's a lot. Like I said, I played basketball. Basketball was my second next to baseball. Believe it or not, baseball was my first love. And I played basketball. And trust me, it's a lot easier to play with a big man than it is to play with guards.
Right.
And that's why I said I'm not impressed with LeBron.
Not everybody can be the Bulls. Bulls had crappy big men. Not everybody can be the
that's not necessarily like the Bulls played like they played like a team that featured a big man. Jordan was their big man. You put him in the post, let him do that turnaround, post up, turnaround, jump shot, bam. That's what they did. So it's not necessarily, like I said, anybody with a post game, anybody with a mid range game, like an AD, you can feature these guys and they pretty much take control of a team. I'm not, I said, I'm not discrediting what LeBron is doing. I'm not discrediting, but I'm not surprised, and I will not say he's the best player in the league right now. Right now, the Lakers are the best team. They're playing the best. But I wouldn't necessarily say LeBron is the best player in the league.
Okay.
Wait.
Okay.
It's a team game. It's a team game.
How did you just say that you're not discrediting what LeBron is doing?
Because I'm not surprised at what he's doing.
And then you just said you're not impressed by what LeBron has done.
Well, basically, Mike is saying is that he knows LeBron, what he brings to the table, but he has that sidekick to alleviate. It's not like it was in Cleveland.
You know what? Well, we're going to go to a sport. The next one on the list is a sport without sidekicks. Talk about it. Because I ain't about to ramble for 2 hours about this.
But I will say that
middle name is LeBron and he just hating, bro. Like, don't listen to Dex, man. Don't listen to none of he's
Hey,
saying.
look.
His middle name LeBron, and anytime yeah, you know how it goes.
Hey,
You know
I
what?
was told.
You
I
know
was
what?
told.
You know what, Kawhi Jr. Don't get your ass kicked now.
Hey, look. Hey, look. I was told.
Wow.
Look. Hey, I just got a text that said, I can't talk about Kawhi no more, so we got to move on. I can't talk about Kawhi no more. So
I ain't worried about what she got to say. We're gonna talk about
I can't
whatever the
talk
fuck is on the motherfucking
I can't talk
itinerary.
about Kawhi no more. So I mean, it is what it is.
Hold on, let me check. Let me check the list because we might have to talk about him one more time. Actually, oops.
Well, I got as far as the Tiger Woods thing, but before we get to the Tiger Woods thing, well, we'll pass.
Wait, hold on, Mike. Check on Phil since you said you getting on the Jones. Check on Phil. Phil, all right over there?
So as far as Tiger Woods, I don't really watch golf like that because most of the time when they're playing golf, I'm asleep. But I will say this about the fact that he won again. I'm glad it was a redemption story because we all know what Tiger went through. We all know what Tiger went through as far as his issues with his wife and infidelity, and he was under the influence. He had a bad back and all that stuff. To see how he bounced back to win a major tournament. To me personally, and this is just my take, I think he's the greatest golfer in golf history. That's just me. I know you got Jack Nicklaus. I know you got Jack Nicklaus. I know you got other guys. I can't really name them all, but name another guy that came back from a bad back. Because in golf you need your back because you need that momentum swing. Name another guy that came back from a major back problems, knees, and won a major.
Stress fractures. Like he tore that leg up. Like he destroyed his leg, bro. He destroyed that leg. Picture tearing your ACL, MCL, and then you got stress fractures with your leg also on top of it. Like, and then you got a bad black. Like this dude, I don't know how he was walking because like I sprained, had a slight tear in my ACL, and I thought I was gonna die. All right, I thought I was gonna die. I couldn't walk. This dude walking around with back issues. I don't know how he did it, and he's back better than ever. So, man, how can you hate on Tiger? Like seriously, how can you?
No, well, we know who hates on Tiger. I can't say the name. We can't say the name. We know who hates on Tiger.
So you said, how can you hate on Tiger? Well, the miss talking about he had about 16 mistresses. So that there you go.
But you know what?
He had
got a damn thing. He had
hoes in different area.
Wow.
Look, let me tell you something. Look, let me tell you something right now, right quick. Let me tell you something. Every
it was
athlete
770 in the 404. Worldwide, bitch. You act like you ain't know.
I'll probably get a lot of stuff when I say this, but every athlete has a side chick somewhere. So.
Oh, LeBron too. Yeah, all of them.
Your boy Seth.
That's why LeBron
I'm pretty
got
sure.
ranked.
I'm pretty sure Seth liked a couple model chicks on Instagram. He double tapped the real. I'm just saying. So
you better believe that.
So, but I do see a comment from Matt. He said Tiger Woods did not only win at Masters again, he won at life. That's true. That's really true. It's really true. So I mean, what can you say about the man? The man, that's a true redemption story. So,
well, he did his thug thizzle. With that being said, because we got a whole plethora of things to talk about. Give me just a second.
Even LB said no lies about side chicks. Every athlete has a side chick somewhere. Trust me.
Where is it? So this is our next topic.
Come on now.
I'm gonna let the Vigia game play, and we'll talk about it when it's over. Ready, break.
Quick snap, Breeze. Pass is incomplete, no flag for Tommy Lee Lewis. Nickel Roby-Coleman delivered a hit, and the two officials talk to each other. Crowd's going crazy as there's no flag right on the Saints sideline.
Well, if Nickel Roby-Coleman plays the ball, it's an interception. It's probably going the other way with it. I mean, the ball's on the other side of Roby-Coleman, and
might, hey, Dex, I'm just letting you know right now, Dex, I'm letting you know right now, you might want to get a blanket to sleep on the couch behind you because the missus might not like that one too much.
I will let you guys know that yes, the missus is a Saints fan. She is from Shreveport, Louisiana, and we watched that game live. She complained when it happened, and I said it was a bad call, but she said the same thing I did. There was still time left on that motherfucking clock, and they didn't perform. That one call did not lose them that game.
Well,
nobody talks about Drew Brees throwing a pick in overtime.
Ooh, they didn't say that. They forgot about that one, didn't they? They forgot about that.
We ain't talking about
there's still time on that motherfucking clock, and that final whistle has not blown. You play to win. If you do not, your coach's foolish call can get your ass burned because Drew Brees said, "Why don't we run it and get the fuck out of here?" No, not Sean Payton.
What did I say? What did I say last week? About Sean Payton and his arrogance? What did I say? You know?
Oh,
his arrogance has cost him plenty games.
Oh, you just said the same thing Kim did. His arrogance has cost him.
His arrogance will cost him some games. And don't get me wrong, Sean Payton is a very great offensive mind. Drew Brees will probably get a gold jacket. But there have been times where Sean Payton has cost the Saints a lot of games because of his arrogance. It's because I get it. You want to prove a point. You want to kind of give a big middle finger to Roger Goodell, but at the same time, you're trying to win the game. Now, as a Falcon fan, I'm glad the motherfuckers that come to Mercedes-Benz.
Oh, man. Oh, you stupid.
I'm just being honest here, because trust me, all them Saints fans that were talking about, oh, y'all just mad because we didn't want y'all to come to Atlanta. I don't give a fuck. Y'all would have spent money and made money for us.
They wouldn't have made it out of Atlanta. They would have came. Right, so they can talk all that mess all they want to, but they wouldn't have made it out of Atlanta if they came here with that BS.
And then on top of that, let's not act like they was cheering for the Seahawks and the 49ers to keep us from coming to New Orleans in 2012.
Well, and one thing I'm gonna tell people, because there's a Facebook comment to where they said this: if he catches that ball that call is made correctly, the Saints kneel down twice, get 3 points, and the game's over. That's not necessarily true. In football, if you have not been watching as of lately, in the last couple of years, nothing is a certainty. Ever since they moved the extra point back, I've seen more missed extra points than I have seen in all my entire life. There's one certainty that used to be something that was cash money that ain't no more.
Mm-hmm.
There's this certain game that happens in February most of the time that my team was in a couple years ago when y'all's wasn't there.
Wait, are we gonna talk about that right now?
Nah, but see if everybody had ifs, fifths as ifs, we all be fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and talk about it. Because that 28-3 game that y'all love to spout. One, your team wasn't there, so shut the fuck up. Two, my defense was on the field for 84 fucking plays, so shut the fuck up. And three, since y'all throwing ifs out there, if Devonta Freeman picked up his fucking block, we wouldn't have been in that situation according to y'all's logic, because ifs. Hindsight is 20/20. I've played football. I've stepped between the white lines. I had pads on, had a helmet on, all that shit. I could tell you don't know what's going to happen when that fucking ball is snapped every play. You can say, they would have done this, they would have, this, that, and the other. No, not necessarily true. Not with a coach like Sean Payton.
Oh, we said it before.
And like I said, his arrogance will cost you. His arrogance cost them the game, because after they got down to the red zone, all they had to do was just run the ball.
I'm telling you this, not as a Falcon fan, but as the fiance of a Saints fan. I have literally listened to my future wife complain because there are times when they're just like, why aren't they just running the ball or kneeling so they can leave? This year, not in the past. This year.
Mm-hmm. Yep, he's done this year. He's done this freaking year, and that's the thing.
And then the first thing he does is bitches talking about the refs. The ref. No, you did this to you, motherfucker.
Well, I got to hear. I got to hear from the. I got to hear from the OG. So I mean, he wasn't too happy about it. But as a Falcons fan, I smiled on the inside. That was good. That was some good karma.
Considering he tried to ground us late
Both my
last week.
parents did. Both my parents tried to ground me. They both. Look, I don't bother nobody, but the way they've been talking, because the Niners haven't been to the playoffs in 6 years, so my mom's certainly trying to talk. And now my dad, who talk about they're gonna right the wrong and Louisiana's gonna sweep the football championships. I'm just waiting. I'm not gonna say anything else. I'm just gonna wait. But as far as that being concerned, the Saints have a chance to right the wrong. So we'll see.
Well, we're gonna slide on to the next topic. And I showed y'all what my secret ingredient was earlier. This stuff, get you some. We're not sponsored, but this shit is amazing. And since we're talking about the purple,
so anybody out there that got connections, hit us up, man. Give us a good word out there, man.
I can do ad placements like a month. But speaking of the purple,
please get my brothers, because they on some shit today. So
just like you every other week, bro.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm the good one.
That's until you angry. That's until he turned into Dre.
You know what? Actually, I haven't been angry.
Sir, I need you to look down into the control room and see what our producers, that face she's making at you.
Look, I got plenty of faces now. I got a face.
No, boy.
I got a face because I was talking about Kawhi, and now I got another face. So guess what? It's gonna be a bunch of faces come 2019, because 2020 is gonna be HHS. I ain't gonna be worried about it.
Okay. With that being said, we're gonna talk about the newest.
Okay. That's what
we're gonna let this ride real quick, and then we can talk about the newest thing football has witnessed.
Middle of the field. It's a second down and 3. Jackson takes it himself. Look at him dart back and forth. Oh! He broke his ankles. Now he's got an entourage. And he's got a touchdown. He is Houdini. What a play. 47-yard touchdown run by the magical quarterback, Lamar Jackson. Wow.
Well, just watch this. Go ahead and freeze it. Just watch Carlos Dunlap right there.
Wow.
That looks pretty good for a running back.
Or wide receiver. Or I got another story. I got an interesting tidbit. Mark Richt wanted him to play safety at Georgia.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know. And we're still getting.
Mama wasn't trying to hear that. Mama said my baby's a quarterback.
And we're still getting thrashed about it to this moment, because
how many quarterbacks Georgia got?
And the funny thing is people have been trying to put it on Kirby Smart like it's Kirby's idea to make him play safety.
How many quarterbacks we let leave? Cam Newton, Deshaun Watson, Lamar Jackson, Justin Fields, Trevor Lawrence.
But that sounds like a whole lot of Mark Richt.
But you know what?
Trevor Lawrence was Kirby, and Fields was Kirby.
Well, you know what? I think the reason why we didn't go after Trevor Lawrence, because we already had Easton in the fold. That's why.
We sure did.
We did. But I will say this to everybody that says that Georgia can't produce no players. Look at what we're doing right now. A lot of players, like I know everybody talks about Florida, Texas, California, Louisiana, but Georgia put out some players now. And it's just the fact that now we have a coach that's keeping them in state, because Mark Richt will let everybody go. Everybody. Not granted, we don't keep everybody in state, which that's cool, but he's keeping majority of them in state. We just got to put it all together. But with that being said, as far as the Lamar Jackson thing, Lamar Jackson, a generational talent, and I'm happy that he's finally getting ready to do his thing. With that being said, I gotta give a shout out to Wink Martindale, who I think still has an awesome name. Wink Martindale, he was either gonna be a football coach or a game show host. He went out, him and Harbaugh and I don't know the other guy's name, the analytical coordinator who basically gives out the numbers. These guys went out and catered to Lamar Jackson's talent. They catered the offense to him.
And
They
then Greg
put
Roman
plays,
modified it.
they put plays in position for him to be successful as he has been. I didn't expect him to take off like this, but I'm glad I'm seeing it. And I have a son, and he's seeing it as well. So it's not just Lamar Jackson as well. It's Patrick Mahomes, it's Deshaun Watson, those guys to name a few who are actually leading this new wave. Because like I said, Brady, Breeze, and we already said Brady and Breeze and Rodgers are the big three. Those guys are not going to play forever. I know Brady says he's going to play till 50, but I don't see him, especially the way he played this year. He kind of declined a little bit. Breeze is kind of having a good year, but you can tell he's kind of getting old too. Aaron Rodgers, even though he's a bad man, he's about to become the old man eventually.
Did you say about to?
About to, yeah. But the thing about it is the fact of the matter is you're seeing the young guys.
No, sir. There is no about to. He is.
Yeah,
the old
but
man.
but they're still in the playoffs. Like I said, what I say last week, you got the young guy, you got the young Lions, but you still got the old Lions you got to get through. Breeze and Rodgers and Brady are still in the playoffs, and you got to get past the old Lions. But to see how Lamar Jackson has taken off, to see how Patrick Mahomes has taken off, Mahomes won the MVP last year. Jackson's going to win it this year. So, I mean, I'm the quarterback position is, it's going to be pretty good after those three leave,
All I gotta say is that I am excited for Lamar Jackson. I like what Greg Roman and Baltimore
Wink
are doing with him.
Wink Martindale, man.
I like what Wink started and Greg is doing with him. All I gotta say is, me personally, I think they need to tip their cap, show a little respect to their prototype, which was Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah.
He did it in 2014, and people's like, oh, yeah, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And people, you talk about people talking about his stats in the last time he played. However, if you look at his stats versus some of the quarterbacks that are starters right now, we gonna move on. So with that being said,
let me say this about Lamar.
But you gotta look at it like this. Considering the quarterback position how it's been over the years, it's been mostly dominated by white men. To be
completely honest, Cap ain't even got to be a starter. He could be a strong reserve for somebody. He could be a wildcat quarterback for somebody.
But you know why? You know why he's not getting his chance.
I want to touch on this really touchy subject right now. Okay, this is probably gonna rub some people the wrong way. So if you it might be a little sensitive.
Just say it. Just say it, fool.
Look, this is not it. Look, for the people out there that's watching us right now, this is not ESPN. We're gonna say how we feel.
I'm gonna say this. This is what really pisses me off. You get Lamar Jackson when he comes out of college, it's a negative that he's a running quarterback. All right, it's a negative that he's a running quarterback. No, everybody questions that his ability to be a quarterback, to be accurate. But we got two. Okay, two quarterbacks.
Hey. Don't make me break out the New Day.
I'm just saying, bro. We got
Don't
two
make
quarterbacks.
me break out the New Day.
Go ahead, man. Say what you gotta say, man. Look, if anybody gets offended,
who cares?
You can always leave. You can always leave.
You can always leave.
I'm gonna say this. If anybody gets offended, look at me. Hold on. Look at me. Right here. We don't give a fuck.
There it is. Oh yeah,
The name of our network is Strictly Prohibited Network, and we named it that way for a reason. We say what everyone else is afraid to say, and we don't give a fuck about saying it. Why? Because it needs to be said.
Pretty much.
We can't be bought. We can't be swayed.
I'm just saying, bro.
Our job is to give you the truth. We give you opinions, but we base it around.
I don't know, but you know what? I don't know if somebody offered me a Hellcat, I might change my tune a little bit. Though. I'm just saying.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Dre, I had to fire your ass.
You know, I would never do that. I would never do that. But I also
to echo another sentiment, thank you to our great producer and sister LaDonna. Now there's a person in Baltimore that's mad because
she must look. I'm gonna say it like this.
Lamar bought his entire offensive lineman Rolexes for keeping his ass on the ground all year.
Look,
what did they do there?
Which is an NFL tradition, by the way. But you should have donated the money to shut the fuck up, lady.
This woman must not know the protocol or the tradition in the NFL. Two things that happen. As a quarterback, if your offensive line keeps you upright the whole season, you treat them. You treat them.
And you do your dues, and you shut the fuck up about it.
And when you're a rookie, you're going to get hazed. That's tradition. It happens. Trust me.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen
no,
stuff
it's
that
nothing
happen.
physical. They don't beat you.
Nothing
they don't stuff you in lockers. They do things packing peanuts in your car.
Yeah, DeAndre Hopkins got his truck filled with popcorn. So I mean, that's what happens. And obviously, this woman doesn't know the tradition because I've seen.
She doesn't.
They was talking about Tom Brady and by his offensive lineman. You know why? Because he got him 6 championships. I think that's enough.
Tom Brady has done a whole lot for his offensive line that people don't talk about.
I seen Cam Newton when they went to the Super Bowl. He bought his offensive lineman. He took him out to eat and he paid for it. He bought them steaks. Mm-hmm. And you know how offensive linemen eat.
Let me guess. It's because he's black. It's because he's black, right?
Come on,
fuck out of here.
Hey man, like I was about to say, man, I just find it funny that white quarterbacks in college, they get praised for being athletic going into the draft, and then black quarterbacks going into the draft, it's a negative. So like I said, if you guys can't see the hypocrisy in that alone, then your ass should not be a sports fan. Like I said, it should be about a guy's talent.
I ain't got nothing to say, bro. I ain't got nothing to say.
But see, Mike is right, though.
I'm dead ass.
Let's think about it. Look at how they're hyping up. And trust me, he's having a great season. But look how they're hyping up Joe Burrow right now.
Mm-hmm.
Look how they're hyping him up as being
what happened to Trevor Lawrence. They was praising Trevor Lawrence. They were just praising him. They praising these boys for being able to run.
But you got a guy like a Lamar Jackson, a Cam Newton. They're like, oh, he could be a good tight end, or he could be a good wide receiver.
And see, man, look.
I'm just
white. They want to play quarterback.
Hey man, look, it's 2019, bro. 2019, man. Say what you got.
We're gonna leave it in 2019. LaDonna, this next one. LaDonna, this next one is for you.
And Krug up with it, and the Blues at the bench are realizing that they are going to be champions. 10 seconds to go. The longest wait for a first title any team in this league has had. For the first time in their history, the St. Louis Blues are the Stanley Cup champions.
The only reason why I'm happy that St. Louis won because I did not want Boston to win another damn championship. I'm tired of the winning. I'm tired of the winning. The fucking between the Patriots, the Red Sox, and the Bruins. I'm glad. That's why I was full of. I watched the Knights because they're out here, but I'm glad St. Louis beat Boston because I'm tired of the motherfuckers winning all the time. I'm tired. I'm fucking tired. So that's all I gotta say about it. Congrats to St. Louis.
I'm just emotional. They took our stresses away, man. I can't enjoy hockey anymore.
Mike, why you sound like Tom Brady when they got caught with Spygate? You know, he had the tears and stuff like that. But I will say this though, I was pulling for St. Louis because my BFF is a huge St. Louis. She's just like us. We're ATL all day. She's always repping the Lou. So I was pulling for St. Louis to win, I'm glad they beat Boston because, like I said, I am tired of them winning. I'm tired of winning. I'm tired of seeing that kid with the with the poster of all the champions he saw at parade. Now he can shut the fuck up and put that shit away because they lost.
Okay. Well, with that being said,
I mean, y'all can talk about it now.
Dre, did you mention something about somebody being hit in the mouth?
I thought I was the mean one. Dre, hit that switch quick.
No. But I gotta look at it like you gotta look at it like this. We're from Atlanta, right? When was the last time Atlanta had a championship? 95? 95, right?
95, a major, if you want to say soccer.
Oh, wait. Well, the MLS Cup. I mean, I don't really watch soccer, but he had the MLS Cup. Yeah.
Like, if you don't consider soccer a major sport, which I disagree with, then yeah, 95.
Oh, absolutely.
Soccer is definitely a major sport.
But I'm not taking nothing away from them because they did bring a championship to Atlanta. I just don't follow soccer. I will get into it eventually, like I did hockey.
Well,
but me personally, I'm not going to cheer for a championship that I don't follow. You know, I follow the Big Four, which is basketball, baseball, college football, and I don't know what the other one is. Baseball, I guess. So, but I did give them props though. I said, hey, they went and got a championship.
Oh yeah,
I get you.
But at the same time, I'm tired of Boston winning. I'm tired of them winning.
I'm right there with you, bro. I'm right there with you.
I'm tired of them winning. I'm tired of these pompous ass New England Boston fans talking shit. So when they got their ass whooped, I don't even know how hockey works, but I was just talking shit because I was like, you know what?
Well, you know
I'm
what?
glad Boston
Hey,
lost.
fellas. Dre said something about talking shit, right? You talk shit, you get hit. That brings me to our next little thing we need to talk about. No, we're not talking about the one. No, we're not talking about our glorious background. That's coming up later. We're talking about this version of talking shit and getting hit. Dad bod 2019, baby. and if you know us, you know anything about us, we have our business group. We got our family group and all that other stuff. In our business group, Dad bod took over the world. We ended up with Hispanic names in our chat.
Yes.
There's a story behind it, and I'm gonna let the man of the hour talk about it. Dre, tell him what happened.
Well, he was living under a rock this past year with that. Like, I was going on a rampage. I kind of went on, well, not really a rampage. It was a rant. I kind of went on a rant against all these no-neck swole motherfuckers. So when Anthony Joshua got his ass whooped by Anthony Ruiz, I went to Walmart. This is what I did. I got up and went to Walmart. Well, first I went and partied with my Mexican folks because, you know, I think I went home with a sombrero and some street tacos. You know, it's just partying. Because I'll tell you right now, I live in Phoenix, Arizona, and it's a heavy Latin population here, and they were very into the fight. Because I mean, Anthony Ruiz was, if he would have won that fight, which he did, he would have been the first Mexican American heavyweight champion. That was big, like, and I kind of like thought about it, like, I'm thinking in boxing history, there's never been a Mexican heavyweight champion. Like, I mean, they say Ruiz, but Ruiz wasn't really Mexican. He was more of the Cuban side. So I was just like, that's crazy.
Before Dad bod, there had not been a heavyweight.
There has not been a Mexican American champion.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I thought John Ruiz, because I mean, John Ruiz won it. I don't know. I gotta check that. Brian, I know Brian's out there. He's a big boxing fan. Did Ruiz win the championship before? Did he ever win the heavyweight championship? Somebody answer that question for me. I don't think he. LaDonna said no. Whoever's
no, I don't think. I don't remember.
Oh, he's never won. I remember he went for it twice. He lost to Evander Holyfield. And he lost to Tony. So yeah, there's never in this lineage of boxing.
See, Ruiz won it, but he's of Puerto Rican descent.
Okay.
Well, I mean, but as far as it, there's never been a Latino.
No, and there's never been a Mexican.
Never been a
Mexican
and that's
winning the belt before Dad bod.
Right, and that's crazy because you look at the lineage of boxing from the 1800s to now. You telling me there's never been?
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. That is crazy.
Still crazy. You figure considering the fact that you had guys like Roberto Duran, Julio
Right.
Cesar Chavez, Canelo
Right.
Alvarez, these guys, and
Well, Canelo's
there's
a
never been,
middleweight, light heavy. Canelo ain't
there's
gonna
never
win
been,
that.
no, it's never been like so. Considering the fact that he won it, that really like set the precedent. Granted, he lost again because he took him that rock star lifestyle, which I probably would have done if I won it, because nobody expected him to win. I probably would have did the same thing. So, I mean, I give him congratulations. And like I said, after I left, my street tacos, I did go to Walmart and get a steak and some fries with gravy on them because I was like, man, Dad buys is it. It's because you gotta think about it. You gotta think about it.
Orale.
I mean, think about it.
This
It's not
is
fair.
Big Robin, man.
Look, let me tell you like this. Who out there thought that
Mike,
Anthony Ruiz
we
was going to
moving,
win
bro.
that fight?
We moving.
Who really thought Anthony, honestly, who really thought Ruiz was going to win that fight? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Raise your hand. I did.
Puncher's chance, man. Puncher's chance. I'm telling you.
I understand the
I would have never thought. I would have never thought.
I like me and LaDonna thought it because of puncher's chances, and I like underdogs. So
I like underdogs too, but this kind of threw a loop in the process now because now we probably won't even have a Deontay Wilder Anthony Joshua fight now because Joshua already said he's going to fight Ruiz again, which I don't understand. And
that's because they fought in Saudi Arabia, and the Ruiz was quick to say yes that he didn't do what he was supposed to do. He didn't train.
Yeah, but
he dad bodied it. So fuck it.
You gotta look at it like this. That's not the big money fight that people want to see. That's not the fight.
I would love to see Dad Bod get his belt back.
No, I don't want to see that. I want to see the winner of Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury, which is going down in February. I want to see them go against
220. It was at 222.
22nd of February, and I'm off that day, so I will be there. Nobody wants.
I'll get my chips together, bro. We'll ride together.
Right. Any true fan of boxing like myself does not want to see a Ruiz Joshua fight again. They want to see the winner. They want to see the winner of Fury and Wilder versus Joshua. That's because you got to think about it. Joshua has 4 of the major belts. Wilder and Fury are going to fight for the WBC belt, and they just put up the Ring Magazine belt. So you telling me you don't want a unification 6-belt fight? You know how much money that would make? It would make Floyd Mayweather might want to put on 50 pounds to fight the winner.
Lord, don't you start that shit.
I'm just saying, like, you know how much money that's going to generate between Joshua and the winner of that fight? 6 belts on the line. When was the last time 6 belts have been defended? What, like Mike Tyson, like back in the early 90s? Like, when was the last time that happened? It needs to happen. It really does, but
I don't remember the last time 6 belts.
It really hasn't happened. So you got to think
all 6 at once. I don't know.
All 6 at once. So you got to think about it. So you got to look at it like that. Like, come on, you got to do what the fans. Like I said, that's why I said these. Mike, me and Mike, we talk about it all the time. It's a dirty game, and these promoters and these fighters, they talk all this shit, but when it's time to put ink to paper, everybody shuts the hell up. And I hate that as a boxing fan because now you're making me look bad because you got MMA, they're making these great fights. And these boxers are just posturing right now. So it's crazy, right? It really is. It really is. So that's my wish. My wish for 2020 is to have a unification fight somewhere down the line with 6 belts on the line.
Okay. I can rock with that. Well, our next lovely nugget of the day, sports moments of 2019, which is still ongoing. It's going to roll over into 2020. I wish we could leave this bald-headed whole shit in 2019, but we can't.
You know what? I'm gonna take a break on that one. Let me go ahead and stop my camera. I'll be back. But trust me, I'll be back for that one. But I gotta get my thoughts together because I tried to tell you. That's why I didn't say anything because I knew. I fucking knew.
You want to go, Dick, or should I just? I'll say this, man.
You know what? I got it. I got it, Mike.
All right.
those of you who know me know I have PTSD, depression, and a few other things. So I take mental things serious, and I say Antonio needs help. He needs to seek it and quickly. He needs a better circle of people around him to stop him from doing a lot of the things he's doing, because every time they think about giving him a chance, he digs himself into a deeper hole. How do you get invited to New Orleans for a workout, and then when you don't get signed 2 days later, you talk about they turned it into a spectacle? There's a saying that we have in my house: crack. It's crack, isn't it? Smoking crack. Sometimes I think Antonio Brown is on crack. I'm saying it jokingly because I know he's not. But if you think about the entire situation with Antonio Brown, it feels like he's on crack. One moment
He does sound like a crackhead.
One moment he's, oh, I want to get back in the league. I miss playing. And the next moment I'm in school and y'all can't stop me. And then the next moment he's threatening witnesses and fuck the NFL and it's some coon this and slave that. And boy, did you drink strychnine again? Did your see? Did you not wrench it around and wrench it off when you fell down, hit your head, and when you fell down the steps like your grandma told you? You went to sleep. You went to sleep. You went to sleep when you got that concussion. This ain't a dream. This is not a game. This is your life you playing with. I used to be with the guys and saying that Vontez Burfict hit fucked him up.
That last little chord he had, Burfict broke it.
At this point, you know they say a tipsy mind is say a tipsy mouth will say what the sober mind is thinking. At this point, I don't think he ever had the strings attached to begin with.
But you know what?
I went back and I started to research.
You know what?
His father,
he was off in college. He was off in high school. He was a problem at home as a teenager.
And you know what? When Ryan Clark said this exact same thing, people laughed at him, and now he looks like a genius saying this. And the only person that didn't agree with him going to the Saints, is my boy D Block. Shout out to Dennis. I tagged him on the show. He was the only one that was against the Saints signing Antonio Brown. Everybody else was like, "Oh
yeah, I remember," because he was like, he didn't want that. He said he didn't want
that trouble. He was the only one making sense because every other Saints fan I knew, they was like, "Oh,
no, Kim didn't want it either. She said the same thing. I don't want that cancerous player on my team. Y'all not gonna turn this shit into a shit show. We got too much shit to focus on, and a headstrong, egotistical head coach. We don't need him here. It's gonna make it worse."
Right. And I told everybody, I said, if Antonio Brown somehow gets signed by New Orleans, he's not going to be the number one receiver. That goes to Michael Thomas. And he wasn't going to be able to handle that. He wants to be the guy. So he was going to start some shit. And then on top of that, he said that when I guess he said it was a publicity stunt.
They called him in for a workout, and then when they told him they're passing on him,
you know what?
Because Sean Payton said, "Not right now." He just
made a big spectacle about it. He made a very big spectacle about it, and you gotta look at it like this. And I told everybody, I said, y'all better off signing Dez. Sign him, because Dez knows his role. Yes, he's passionate, but he's not going to be a distraction. Yes, Antonio Brown to me is a better receiver than Dez, but Dez wasn't going to give you all the trauma either.
The difference between those two, besides Antonio being physically the better receiver, Dez does his job.
Yes, and everybody, you know what? Everybody
Antonio wants it to be a damn show.
He wants to be the star. He wants to be the center of attention. And with a team like New Orleans, who's, as much as I hate to talk about it, they're coming together as a unit to make this run. He would have been a big distraction in there. You think if you want
the God's honest truth, and I don't want nobody to try to crucify me for saying this, Antonio Brown reminds me of Donald Trump. Everything around him is a fucking shit show and a spectacle.
It-
If
it's-
it don't,
it's-
if it
it's-
ain't
I
going
mean,
my
I
way,
can't argue. I
if
can't
it
argue
ain't
with
going
that.
my
I
way,
mean,
I'm gonna make it be about me.
it seems like everywhere he's been a. And Ryan Clark said it. He said it. When y'all pay Antonio Brown all that money, he's gonna turn into a whole different monster. And guess what?
He did.
Ryan Clark looks like a damn genius. He really does. He really looks like
Nostradamus over there because
And you know,
I mean, that's why I say. I mean, yes, Antonio Brown is incredibly talented, but he's incredibly crazy too. He's a fucking basket case. I
he
said
never
this.
got help. He never got help. This was already.
and
This
he
was
never
already
he's
who he
never
was.
tried to get help.
Mhm.
People try to recommended help to him, and he lashed out at him.
You know what they say? When you give a motherfucker with money who ain't did shit, he gonna even do worse shit when he got money. So
That being said, because I don't want us to be talking about
and then let's
Antonio
talk about.
Brown's crazy
I mean,
ass for the rest of forever.
the only thing I'm gonna say is before we move on. I hope that man gets help. He's incredibly talented, but he needs serious help. He really does. Because I don't want to wake up. I don't want to wake up one day and this dude is a statistic, or he's another casualty that couldn't beat his demons.
Yeah, I don't want them to. I don't want to see him turn into a
statistic, another one.
Yeah,
you know how much we talk about.
His mindset reminds me of the later days of Junior Seau mixed with some with some
Aaron Hernandez.
Yeah, that guy.
Hernandez. Yeah,
Hernandez.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we can't.
But,
like I say, I just want to say this.
Go ahead, say what you got to say, because I'm about to make it a little bit more cheery in this.
I just want to say this. Look, you know how we serious. You know, we joke and we talk shit about. But look, we're very serious about mental health. If you need help, please get help. Please. As a matter of fact, one of my rants tonight is going to be about that. So, but we're moving on. I'm going to talk about that later on. So go ahead.
All right. It's time for me to make it a little bit cheery in here because 2019 start of we lost 3 legends of the game.
Mm-hmm.
The game of round ball, for those of you wondering, because they ain't dying nothing. They just decided to hang him up. You got Flash, you got the one-legged German wonder, and I believe Tony Parker hung it up too.
Yeah, he did after this season.
Oh, and I got to add another one to it. This is the Vinsanity Farewell Tour as well.
Oh yeah. We're all going.
I know. We talked.
Mike, so you better find you a babysitter or something so we can go.
Oh boy.
Shit.
Because I definitely plan on being in the building when half man, half amazing hanging up for the very last time.
Okay.
And also we got to make sure that one of us is Facebook living for LaDonna, because you know she's gonna cry her eyes out when old boy hangs it up. You know what I'm saying? So,
bro, I'm.
Hey, put up.
I can't do it.
Hey, look! Somebody put up LaDonna's comment at 7:09. She talked about we're not going to talk about this. Yes, we are. We're going to talk about this.
I can't do it because of the fact of the matter is I'm still a Hawks guy. Yeah. So, and he plays for the squad.
The squad.
And I used to work for the squad, so that's where I got the hat and the flag, by the way. Employee benefits. When he hangs it up, I'm probably gonna be like LaDonna. I'm gonna be a fucking mess.
Look, like I said before, this man, I watched him in North Carolina.
That last home game is gonna hurt.
I watched it. I watched him in growing up, watching him and Antoine Jameson. I'm gonna tell you right now, that team is probably one of the best teams in college basketball history not to win the championship.
Yeah.
That team, they had Ed Cota, Antoine Jameson, Sean May, Vince Carter. That team should have won a championship, but unfortunately they got bounced out.
That team should have won 6 more titles. What you talking about?
They should have. And I wish that Jerry Stackhouse or Rasheed Wallace would have stayed, because we could have been talking about one of the greatest teams of all time if they would have stayed with that unit.
Well, yeah, true.
So, but with that being said, we already know that Vince Carter's gonna, as soon as he hangs it up, he's already heading to Massachusetts to get his speech ready, because he will be a Hall of Fame.
Well, I honestly hope, and this is just me being selfish, that when he hangs it up, that Lloyd Pierce makes a spot for him on the coaching staff, or Grant Hill makes a spot for him in the front office.
But you gotta look at it like this.
I can see that.
I can see that happen, but it all depends on, most
I'm
players.
just saying.
But most players, not every player doesn't want to be a coach. Some players be like, you know what? Once I'm done, I'm done.
I mean, well, he lives in Orlando, so I'm just saying it's just a few hours away from home.
Would I love him to come to be a coach and assistant on the Hawks? Absolutely. But I also know that when players hang it up for good, they're done with it. They're done. Like, not every player wants to be an owner or a coach, or some people just want to be like we are, just want to watch the game with no bias at all. Just want to watch the game.
I tell you what, as long as he don't pull a Dominique Wilkins, because sometimes I despise my own home team announcer.
Hey, I think if he wants to, look, I'd be down for it.
I will say this truthfully, he is better than Dominique on the mic.
Man, Dominique ain't that bad. I don't know why he get a bad rep. He's just a Georgia boy, man. He's a Georgia boy.
I think it all depends. Everybody knows that Dominique and Dion are Atlanta's adoptive sons.
Yeah.
We're gonna push for Dominique, but at the same time, we can always adopt another son, which is Vince Carter Jr., whatever his name, Vince Carter. We all could get him.
LaDonna, what's his middle name?
I don't know his middle. LaDonna knows. She probably don't want to tell us because
she know everything. She know everything about it.
She probably typed
right now.
She
don't want to talk about it. But with that being said, let's move on as far as the.
We're gonna move on.
No. As far as the players involved, we can talk about Vince all night, but there's other players that.
Well, I want to give a shout out to Dwayne Wade, not just for the player, but for the man. He is what I strive to be as a father.
Oh, that's gonna be.
If y'all don't know, just look up the way he supports his son.
Because that's gonna be another. That's gonna be another rant for me tonight. So
I ain't gonna say nothing. Y'all can touch that.
Yeah,
I mean, because as a player, she already picked up. Look,
Lamar.
His middle name is Lamar. See, I knew she knew. She knew.
See for me, Mike ain't gonna talk about it, but for me, it don't matter how anybody rolls.
Hey, man, look, that's my rant.
That's your rant?
My rant. So
you know what? Fine, fuck it. I'll let you rant.
But you can talk about. I mean, you can talk about a little bit, but I wanted to.
I'm just saying that as a parent, the way he supports his son, regardless.
Right.
That's what I strive to be, because
I will say this: Dwayne Wade.
Hard to. It's hard to be a parent without judgment, And
people
with the way we were
raised,
with the way we were raised to kind of go into things biased and skewed views, and then when a child tells us they see things a different way, we just be like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
I'm trying to tell you, man. Look, I trust me. I got a 13-year-old, and I really had to learn on the fly on beat.
Yeah.
You know what? And I say it all the
man,
time.
how about them Braves, man? How about them Braves, bro? How about them Braves, man?
How about them Braves? Is that Terrence reminds me a lot of me, but we're gonna talk about it later on. I want to get on Dwayne Wade and Dirk as basketball wise. Dwayne Wade to me is probably.
Did he just say get on the ass basketball wise?
Yeah, basketball wise. Basketball wise, because I'm trying to be,
man. You getting on people's asses? Yo,
I gotta take the PC route. I gotta take the PC route because I can say a whole lot of things, but I gotta take the PC route.
I don't think Nikki gonna like you getting on somebody else's ass, bro.
Man, whatever. She already mad at me because I was talking about Kawhi, so she good. Anyway, but as far as Dwayne Wade, I think he's probably one of the most.
Crystal, hold up, give Crystal ain't loving ass a shout out, man.
Oh, look at that.
Crystal ain't loving ass.
She all right. She all right.
Where your husband at, man? What a real man is that? Where your husband? Huh? You be acting up, talking shit. We love you though, sis. We appreciate you tuning in. But back to what you were saying, Dre, about Dirk and the
Two things I
one-legged
want to say,
wonder.
'cause
And
I know we're running a little bit on time. We got a lot more to talk about. I want to say two things.
You worry about that.
We doing pretty good, man. We doing pretty good.
Okay, I'm making sure because you know me, I could talk all night about sports. That's one of my things. But
I got you.
I will say this about Dwayne Wade. I think Dwayne Wade to me is probably the most sacrificial. He sacrificed a lot in his career because we all know what happened when LeBron came to town. And I gotta applaud Dwayne Wade for
There's my guy. There he goes.
accepting it for what it is, and helping LeBron become the leader that he is now. Because yes, we know that LeBron was this wonder kid out of Akron who had all this potential to be great. But in Cleveland, he was kind of like, he kind of led the Cleveland to the finals, but he didn't know how to lead. I gotta give Dwayne Wade credit for showing LeBron how to be a leader, and the fact that he took a back seat and let LeBron kind of.
You just say that, showing him how to be a leader. Ooh, I
showing him
Mr. Greatness. Oh, I thought Mr. Greatness was a leader. Oh,
well,
I thought he just.
I'll mute you, Mike. You acting up. I'm about to mute you, Mike.
Jordan Daniel was good, dog. Was good.
I will say this as far as Michael Jordan had to do the same thing because Michael Jordan, the only thing Michael
Jordan was born a leader. We're not gonna do that.
Well, he was born a leader, but when he got to the NBA, he had to deal with Detroit, and he had to do.
But he had that.
He did. Well, eventually he had to, and then, like I said, we all go back to what we said last couple of minutes ago.
I guess leaders leave their team and then go to another team after he done won. That's what leaders do. Oh,
Mike,
I didn't know that's what leaders do. I thought leaders supposed to stand there.
You're not calling a spade a spade. If you're gonna talk about the situation, talk about the whole situation. Because you gotta talk about the Dan Gilbert versus LeBron James situation. If you want to talk about it. If not, we're gonna move on.
I thought leaders stood with their team. I thought they stood with
the leaders don't stand with their team when they hire refs full of shit.
Oh, I got it wrong then. Oh my God. I'm wrong.
Mike, you been drinking?
No, how many times?
I don't drink, man. Y'all know.
How many times?
Matt, get him some of the stuff. Matt, call him Matt. I need you, Matt. Get him some of the stuff.
How many times y'all pushed me to be a leader when I told you I didn't want to be one? How many times y'all pushed me to be one?
But you ain't run though.
It was around 37.
Hey, you didn't run to goddamn Florida though. I can tell you that much.
Right. So I didn't want to do it, but guess what?
You didn't run to Florida. You didn't run to LA, did you?
Well, but I told you I wasn't gonna be one either.
But you didn't run away, did you?
I told you
get a new team.
There's a difference between running away and being pushed away by.
He ran.
But I will say,
do you know?
Look, let's move on. I'm gonna say this before we move on. Regardless if he ran or he got pushed.
You know what?
He's still
Crystal. Take your ass back to Louisiana. You gonna call us country?
You know what? Because I'm being a leader. That's why. That's what I do. I'm being a leader right now. Since y'all pushed me to be.
Since Mike don't want to admit that LeBron had to take his lumps and had to deal with Dan Gilbert, and that D Wade taught him how to be a team player.
To be a leader. So with that being said, I applaud D Wade for doing that because most of us.
I applaud Mr. Consistency himself, Dirk Nowitzki, Mr. Dallas Maverick. Well, used to be Dallas Maverick until.
Only thing I'm gonna say about Dirk, and then we can move on. Dirk Nowitzki has the greatest NBA playoff run in NBA history. He knocked out Kobe Bryant's Lakers, swept the Spurs, beat OKC with Westbrook, Harden, and Durant. And then he knocked out the big three in Miami. That's the greatest run in NBA. That's all I gotta say. That's the greatest run in NBA history. Argue with your mama. That's all I gotta say. That's it.
You trying to be like me, Dre?
I'm just saying.
You know what? We gonna move on to the next topic because we're just gonna do that.
Hold on. Mike say he wants to answer the question.
We got a question, man. We got a question from Jordan Daniel in the chat. Let me answer this before we go to the next subject. He said, "Hey, man, Mike, we go what? Damn, I can't see. All right, just keep changing the thing. All right,
no, fool. When people, you know,
you keep changing. You keep changing.
no,
it
it scrolls when people act. Shut up, Mike. Just look at the screen. Look at the screen.
Let me read. Hold on, let me see. It says, "Hey, Mike, you think we're gonna let Allison get more reps next year, or you think we might get another RB in the draft or something?"
Oh, we're getting another running back.
Olsen is going to be our he's going to be our power down back.
Yeah, he's going to be the power back. He's going to get plenty of reps because, to be honest, I still expect Free to be back unless they took a completely different route. They changed everything. So
Free's injury history, from what I've been hearing, is that's pretty much the final nail in the coffin.
But that's the thing. I'm talking like as far as the money's concerned. I think his days are numbered anyway.
The money they need that money really to try to
that's
lock in
what I'm
Austin
saying.
Hooper. So
that's exactly what I'm saying. It's like if the money is the thing that's driving everything, so they could very well keep him for the next year. But after this, like 2020 is it. If we're going to see Free, that's it.
We're not going to.
2020 is it. But they're going to try to move.
It's more fiscally advantages. I can't remember the word right now. I'm tired to let Free go.
Okay, hold on before I say anything.
I got my
advantageous. That's the word. It's more fiscally advantageous to let Free walk this year or to cut him because we.
But not necessarily. I don't necessarily think that because you don't have a guy that can step up.
If we cut him this year, we actually free up $14.5 million.
But it's not about that. It's not just about the money. The Falcons don't have a veteran. They don't have one that can step up in the absence of Free right now. They don't have anybody.
Harry can do that. Shit.
So what you're saying is that we're sitting at 12 million. We're sitting at 12 million right now.
Right.
Should we just draft a running back in the later rounds?
I don't. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't think that's. Yes, that's what they're going to do. But what I'm saying is that it's more than just about the money at this point because you did not. Hold on. It's not about just that. It's not about that. You haven't, for one, Edo Smith ruined any chance of the Falcons. Training a guy to come in and step in for Free. We didn't do that. We didn't run the ball. So you got to bring in either a veteran running back or they have to bring in a guy like DeAndre Swift and slowly bring along a guy. Like, you know what I'm saying?
See, Mike, you know Atlanta Falcons are allergic to drafting Georgia players. You know they are.
I'm just not just him.
The thing is we also get Edo Smith back next year, so we don't really need
him. Edo's more injury prone than he is.
My question to you, Mike. My question to you, Mike, is okay. Say we keep Freeman. Jordan Daniel brought a good question up. Should he restructure his deal
for 1 year? No.
I mean, I don't know. I'm asking you guys because you know me. You know my motto: fire everybody, start over. So I'm asking you guys.
I mean, honestly, I don't think it matters.
They're not gonna. That'd be a waste of a restructure.
I don't think he's coming back either way. It's like only way they restructure him is to just in good favor, just give him, because when you restructure a deal, you're giving him guaranteed money, and that would just basically just giving him, just okay, we appreciate what you did with the organization. Now, bye. All right, that's pretty. It's what a restructure is. So. Like I said, I don't think it matters.
All I know is we did. Ryan and Grady both got bonuses now, so that kind of
those deals was
they kind of saved us the $12 million. So now the question is, we got all these restricted, all these free agents that we got to sign. I just hope y'all know how I feel. I mean, I want the Queen to come back. That's cool. I just want to see what Dimitri's going to do because right now he's on my shit.
Let me say this about restructure. Also, when you restructure a contract, you're pushing money towards the front and pretty much going backwards. A lot of the money that was meant for this year is actually going forward and it goes backwards. So if you're restructuring a deal for Freeman.
You're shuffling
You're
money
pushing
from
money towards the
that
front.
he would get this year.
But
He'd get it
the
later.
money is going to
spread
go.
it out, right?
There's
There's nothing to
gonna
spread.
go,
There's
yeah,
no
it's
years
gonna
to spread
out.
out, so there's no way to really restructure because he only has 1 year left. You can't.
Right.
You can't.
Right.
You
So
don't have
so either way it goes. So either way it goes,
He's out.
It's either we cut him or we keep him for 1 year.
It's
Yeah,
looking
that's
at
pretty much it.
So it's looking at like this is Freeman's last year. We don't sign him a deal. This is his last year.
Honestly, I think they're going to try to see what the
They can get
Harry and Hill.
This is why I said. They're
going to see what the Harry and Hill, Smith, and Olison experiment's going to be like. They're going to let Free go, get that extra 14 mil into the cap, and have 26, and try to bring in somebody. Because
it would have to be money.
Rich McKay is back in charge
now. Not a lot of
now.
money back. That's not, like I said, when you restructure, you have to have money in years.
You got to have years to
that.
shuffle,
So
right?
They don't have a ton of years with Free.
And they don't have it, so they can literally just cut them or keep them. And cutting them, that frees up the cap room to where Rich McKay has more space to do what Rich McKay does.
Well, I hope they do something because right now I've been very disappointed with the moves we're making. I talked about how the fact that Detroit was going to give us pretty much a pretty hefty haul for Devontae Freeman, and they declined on that.
Well, I'm gonna be honest.
I mean, like I said, I don't know. That's why most of the time when there's something like this, I ask you guys because y'all work with the numbers. So
I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of the issues. And Arthur Blank touched on it when he announced that Dan Quinn and TD would be coming back. A lot of the issues.
Don't have a problem with them.
I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with either coming back. The issues that we had with Dimitrov or the football operations as a whole is that Dimitrov was never supposed to be in charge. Rich McKay was supposed to be in charge, but Rich McKay was tasked with making sure that the Benzo got up and operational.
Yeah.
And that's why they brought in Scott Pioli to kind of keep the house, in order until
Scott Pioli and TD were too buddy, and Pioli just ended up becoming a
they might bring up that whole situation when Dimitro had all these people that he signed just because they went to a certain agency.
Some are saying he did, and some are saying he didn't.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that is wrong, but I'm just saying that's kind of.
I don't think he really did. I think a lot of it was Dimitrov got a little too comfortable playing in the bargain bin, and somehow, because let's be honest, the first 3 years Dan Quinn was here, he turned shit into sugar. Even though we never rated being in the Super Bowl or in the conference title game the year after, which people don't talk about.
Yeah, I said that earlier, man.
We shouldn't have been there, but because we got there, now people are like, "Oh my God, y'all failed." We have the same roster then as we do now, pretty much, and now you're starting to see the actual fruits of it, and that's just that.
Wow.
But I see how things are going, so we're gonna move on to the next topic, and we're gonna talk about the youth movement.
Hold on. Go ahead.
I got 3 things to say. Number 1, shout out to my homie Nick who checked in. That's my homie. You know what I'm saying? He told me Happy New Year, so I appreciate that. Number 2, Justin said we should try to get J.K. Dobbins or DeAndre Swift. I don't think
the Philly Bully or J.K. Dobbins is going to be on the board.
I think they'll both pick. The guy that they need to look at, the guy that they need to look at is the guy from Oklahoma State. That guy, I don't know what his name is.
Crystal, you keep talking shit, I'm gonna kick you out.
Crystal, I'm trying to tell you, bro.
And whoever is cookies by nature says
Devontae, man. That's Devontae, man.
Looks like Kanye. No, the hell I do not look like Kanye. Okay? I do not look like him. I do not look like him.
Ooh, wow.
And you know what? The funny thing about it is that that's not the first time somebody said I look like him. I do not look like him.
I don't see it. I don't see it.
Well, I've been told I look like Mos Def, so deal with it.
Wow.
Well, look. You got Mos Def, Kanye, and Kawhi. So we good.
Hold on. Let me finish it because Shout out to Patrick saying I look like Kyle from Living Silver.
Yeah, that's who it is. That's who it is.
Oh man.
Otis,
Wow.
Otis just told me it's Chubba Hubbard. That's a guy we should look at if he's still on the later board.
I don't think he's
Okay,
going to
so-
be on the board either. I think we need to stick with the D line with that guy from.
Oh no,
Auburn
no, no,
we were talking
no.
about.
They say he might be a third or fourth round pick, maybe.
Mhm.
So we'll see.
Ooh,
That'd
Chubba.
be right in the Falcons.
Chubba, yeah,
Oh,
Chubba might
Chubba,
be a third or fourth round.
later pick. I don't mind a later pick.
Yeah,
I don't know about.
we already know. Who put that shit up there?
Ooh,
Put that shit up.
wow.
See, I do not look nothing like him.
Yeah. Look.
Whoever put up that
LaDonna,
98 photo,
LaDonna.
he's
I
fired.
love you. I love you, sis.
Wow.
That was awesome. Do it again.
Wow.
But anyway, because we already know that.
LaDonna, she boy, she moved fast as hell, boy. Look at that.
Can we move on, please? Let's move on.
All right. Our next topic.
Why y'all really? We gonna put that up? We gonna keep putting that up? See, y'all. See.
Our
Anyway.
next topic is we're gonna swing to the youth movement there for a second.
It's a dream debut for the 15-year-old.
We're gonna talk about the 15-year-old Coco Golf right here
Okay.
from
mean-
America.
It's just like football, man. It's just like football, bro. The youth movement's in. They ushering us old folks out, bro.
Wait. Let me remember where the hell Coco was actually from. At one point I thought she was from Georgia, but no.
Hey,
she's from Delray Beach, Florida. So she right down the street from
Right down the street. You ain't saying it right. Right down the street, man.
Look,
she down
we
the
already
street
know.
from Little Pancake. So
we already know.
Dre.
We already know what they breed down there in the water in Florida, man. Athletes. That's all they do is athletes. They do. I do want to say something. Keenan Lewis, I want to ask you a question. You talk about what about the fight? What fight you talking about? If you talking about the Joshua Ruiz fight, you might want to rewind that when you get done because we talked about that.
Which fight? Because we've talked
Which
about
fight you talking about? Which fight you
we
talking about? Are you talking about the fight after
we
this
talking
weekend?
about Tank versus the old man who shredded his
It's tendon, yeah.
yeah, the Tank fight. We ain't gonna talk about that
the tank
because
fight.
we ain't gotta worry about the Tank fight. We can let Tank and Bud talk about it on on Twitter.
Well, before he get the Bud, he gotta get the Lomo first. He gotta talk to Lomo.
Oops.
You gotta talk to him. So, but as far as the phenom,
okay, I appreciate that. Coco did live in Atlanta for a little bit. Thank you, Cookie.
So the
Appreciate
phenom that's
you.
known as Coco, all I gotta say is keep grinding, man. That's heavy that you beat.
But 15 years old, Wimbledon against your idols.
That's when
Venus
those.
and Serena.
But my question to you guys, and this is a serious question: when did Venus and Serena start dominating?
I believe they were.
That was about 15, 16.
15, 16, right? Yeah. So I mean,
yeah.
I'm not saying that tennis is a strenuous sport because I tried to play and I quit about 5 minutes in because
it is a difficult sport. It is a difficult sport. It really is not that easy.
You gotta have. I'm telling you
that eye-hand coordination. You have to have that.
And you gotta have stamina because you're gonna be running most of the day. You gotta have. You better take some serious cardio. So consider the fact that she did that against a legend like that. Hey man, salute. You guys.
She did it against Venus, and then she got all the way to the final. She beat Serena at one point.
She beat Serena, but I think she got to the finals. She lost.
Yeah.
Because I think I didn't watch it because I was, tennis and golf. I don't know why they show it in the morning because, I'm sleeping in the morning. But according to my
tennis gets shown whatever host country and whatever time zone the host country is. So
Right.
Wimbledon is in
So, I
England,
mean,
and they're 5, 6, 7 hours ahead.
I know when I get
So
off work. When I get off work, people are already talking about tennis. I'm like, I just walked in the house at 7 o'clock.
yeah,
So I mean, so it was
yeah.
because I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it for 5 minutes. So the fact that she went toe to toe with a legend like that, and
And to remember and to have the hand-eye coordination like that, because
especially with
Serena,
like
Venus right now in her 30s can still serve at almost 100 miles an hour.
like was like
That's
You
Kenon.
hit a
crazy.
ball at me at
That's
100 miles an
crazy.
hour. I'm not
That's
trying to
crazy.
return it. I'm trying to hit you in the head with something.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
That's assault.
but I don't know if I might be pronouncing his name wrong. Kenon. He was talking about the fact you got to run around and you got to hit a ball at 125 miles per hour. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You know what I mean? You ain't trying to kill me. So
And then some of these players have the audacity to be like, oh, we hit a ball at 125. Let me slice that thing and drop it to like 40. And you be like, whoa.
Try to play with
Fuck your
Venus.
ankles.
Try to play with Venus and Serena. Try
Fuck
to play
your
with those
ankles.
girls.
No, I'm good on
I'm
that.
not. Look. I just want Serena's autograph. I don't want to.
Look, like I've been hit.
I want a hug.
Fact,
I'm getting a hug. You can get your autograph. I'm getting a hug.
Here. Crazy thought
Real
here.
shit.
You remember that show? You remember that show, Pros versus Joes, back in the day?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I don't. Nah, I'm good. I remember Pros versus. Matter of fact, I might have to watch that tonight because.
And she hit that. She served that thing. So, boy, I was like, yeah, I don't want any parts of that. Like, don't.
I'm good. Like I said, I'm good. Just like with golf, tennis is it's a very coordinated sport because everybody talks about how golf is easy. Try to swing and hit the ball. Everybody can't be Happy Gilmore, bro. Everybody can't be Happy Gilmore and swing that ball off that tee. You got to have some serious hand-eye coordination to play golf and tennis.
Well, I appreciate that, fellas. Shout out to everyone in the comment sections on all of our platforms.
Look, the comments show the comments is lit. Everybody,
I appreciate everybody tuning in on New Year's Eve at that. And Joe B, you ain't missed the show, bro. We just chilling, we vibing. You see the squad. We here. We appreciate y'all all checking in. We hope y'all come back for more. And Crystal, I will mess you up talking about chirping.
She done called us country. She done called us country and every freaking thing. Like, come on, bro.
We all from Georgia. We from the mud. What you talking about?
Red clay all day, son.
But I want to say this before Dex move on. You know why Joseph didn't come on the show until late, right? Because he had nothing to say until Georgia tapped that ass a couple weeks ago.
Yay! Goddamn.
Whoa.
So
before you move on, though. But shout out to my man. Hey, look, shout out to my man Joe B, man. He's a faithful fan. He is a
faithful viewer and commentator. He keeps us on our toes. We appreciate it. Somebody get Chris up out of here. Get her out of here. Get out of here.
We about to fire Crystal from talking all that.
You know what? I don't even want to talk about the next topic, but it's a sports moment. It happened.
Somebody gonna talk about this because I gotta get my thoughts together. Somebody gonna talk about this? Somebody. The only thing I'm gonna say about this is the only thing I'm gonna say.
Give that my third baseman. That's all I give a shit about.
The only thing I'm gonna say about this is that.
Oh, and fuck that dude standing on first. I don't like him either.
No, the only thing I'm gonna say is that should have been our championship. That's all I'm gonna say. That should have been our championship. That's it. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. That should have been our championship.
Well, considering the fact that right now it's 3 Atlanta people and our producer, our best friend, and our sister is from St. Louis, she ain't got nothing to say, even though that fucking series was bullshit.
That should have been our championship because
I don't think nobody here has nothing really.
There's nothing to say. You know what? The only thing I will say is shout out to Anthony Rendon for getting paid. That's it.
So he can get laid in the Escalade.
I will say this. I'm glad. I'm if there's any positive and them winning the championship,
It's
that
it
jackass,
forces the
that
Braves to actually
jackass
open up that
who,
pocketbook. Yeah, buddy.
yeah, him going for that 300 and didn't get a championship. How that tastes now? How stupid did you look now? You got 300 million, you still don't have a championship.
Oh boy,
I guess
I was waiting on that. Anywho,
so. That's
It's,
all. That's all I got,
all I'm
man.
saying as a rival of the Nats. That's all I'm saying.
anywho, we're gonna talk about a subject that is near and dear to my old broken heart because I know about bodies being broken, and I know about thinking about letting it go before that time comes and you ain't got nothing to let go of. So that happened.
All right, let me let
Well,
y'all
let
go.
me go. Let me go first, Dre. Let me
Go
go
ahead, Mike. You got the floor, bro.
because I said this earlier about Matt Ryan, and I don't think people realize how physically demanding football is. You got to be a special kind of human being, not a special kind of player, but you have to have the physical makeup to be able to take hits the way these guys take hits. And guys like Andrew Luck just did not have the physical makeup to be able to take those hits like a Matt Ryan, Drew Brees, Tom Brady. These guys get hit by 300 pounders running at you at 4.2, 4.5 speed. And you wonder why these guys are you wondering why these guys have CTE, have broken bones and all these type of stuff, man. It's like this is why I always say that I gotta respect Matt Ryan because this dude has missed 2 games out of his entire 11-year career. Okay, 2 games. Just think about that, in a whole year, and people still try to find a way to disrespect him. I've never seen a quarterback miss 2 games out of the entire year, outside of maybe Brett Favre. I've never seen that ever from a quarterback. All right, so Andrew Luck, man, I did not see that, but it made me respect these playing the position of quarterback even more so because of these.
That was the general manager. Ryan
Right.
Grigson was the general manager up there, and
Ran him
when
into
Andrew
the
Luck
game.
retired the way
Ran
he
him to the
did,
ground.
I felt like he
Ran
should
him
have been
to the
fired.
ground.
Like,
Yeah, he should have got that dude some help, man, and that's why I say I respect
I
quarterback.
mean,
I
I mean,
respect.
and that's why I don't want to steer the conversation a different way, but that's why I'm thankful for, but also amazed when it comes to Matt Ryan.
Yeah,
I'm thankful because he's missed 2 games his whole career,
cool career.
two.
His
Yet
whole career.
over the last, I believe, 5 to 6 years, he's been the most hit or sacked quarterback in NFL
And
by
this dude
a
still
long
kicking. He's
shot
still
because our
going. He's still
offensive
going.
line can't hold water in the ocean with a boat in a bucket.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
You know how
respect,
it
bro.
is. You know how it is. That's why I said we
But
have the worst.
but yeah,
We have we have the
I
we have the worst fan base in
I will
sports.
say this though.
Really do.
I followed Andrew Luck's career, and I honestly, Captain Andrew Luck on Twitter was one of my favorite accounts. Andrew deserved better, and his body fell apart just because
Yeah.
AFC is a lot. It's not that it's a different sport. They seem to have a lot more 3-4 up there, so they have more linebackers. They have faster moving, harder hitting hits. Whereas Matt Ryan gets sacked a lot, but it's usually by defensive ends or defensive tackles that we just couldn't block long enough. He's got linebackers coming at him full force trying to spike him.
This is why I said that I'm skeptical. I'm skeptical of Dimitrov making a solid draft class this year
Well, we
because
got Rich McKay back, so that's gonna help a lot.
well, I
Yeah,
hope it works.
We've
I
seen
hope it
Rich
works.
we've seen Rich work his magic. That's why we had some of the that's why some of the hits we got them because well we
Yeah, because that move to not the move to go up and get Julio Jones wasn't solely Dimitrov. Rich McKay had a lot to do
Yeah.
with that. He is the team president. That's what we have to understand. He is the team president
And president
football
of football
operations.
operations. Yep.
So he is the head honcho. All right, the GM just pretty much just follows what he wants.
Yep.
And
There's only one person. Rich McKay answers to one person and one person alone.
Mm-hmm.
Arthur Blank.
That's it.
Thomas Dimitrov has to answer to Rich McKay.
Yeah.
And
so that's why.
So y'all know my motto. My favorite word.
Fuck them, fire them all.
Oh no, not well. That's my other word.
He gonna walk through the office and fire everybody.
Nah, it's more like the streamline. I just want that consistency. That's what I want.
But that's why it dawned on me like midway through that press conference that I'm actually okay with that move because of consistency. We'll actually have a staff that stayed in play. Because
I just hope that it translates on the field because y'all saw how frustrated I was to see how we beat the Saints and the Niners and then turn around and lose to the Cardinals and the Titans. I mean, yes, the Titans are making the playoff team, but we were better than the Titans. We
were just a field goal. And I tell you, let me say this too, and I kind of brought this up to Dex in the chat. The Falcons weren't as bad as the record said early in the game. It was.
We lost a lot of 1 and 2 point
inconsistency. Games. It really was. To me, it was inconsistency.
We lost a lot of games by at least a field goal, 1 point, 7 points. So this is why I wasn't totally against bringing, Dan Quinn back because we could easily have had a 10-win game. I don't know if we would have been a playoff team, we
wouldn't have been a playoff team based on how everything else panned out this year with the other teams. But we would have been knocking on a wild card.
So. Exactly, and see that's why I
we would have been in the fight. But I mean, let's put it this way: when the number 3 team in the conference is 13-3,
right?
We could have shot the sheriff and pulled Jesus off the cross, and we still wouldn't have made the playoffs.
Right, and that's the thing. So I don't. Hey, and see, that's what I say, man. All right, we love you too, Crystal. All right,
Crystal, we love you too, but still fuck your team.
Oh man.
Yeah, we love you too, sis. You ain't gotta leave. We actually calling them biased. Yeah. We know you're a Saints fan.
Yeah,
I live with one. We talk unbiased. Like when our team fuck up, we call it. So
Jordan said that he thinks Matt Ryan will be a first ballot Hall of Famer when he retires.
Based on his numbers.
Me personally,
based on his numbers alone, yes, easy. That's easy.
This is this year 6 or 7 in a row of 4,000?
I will say it depends on what class he's in. If the class he's in is heavy, he won't get it.
Matter of fact, Matt Ryan is 7, by the way. Matt Ryan has 7 years straight of 4,000 yards passing or more.
Absolutely, but you just gotta look at the fact that who he's gonna be in the class with. If he's gonna be in the class,
it'd just be whenever he decides to go.
Well, I already said that if he doesn't get first ballot, he'll be second or third. But it all depends on the class he's in. That's all.
I can see second at the latest. I don't see him having to wait till a third time around.
No, it ain't gonna be no T.O.
Well, I mean, the only reason why I said third is because y'all saw how they did T.O.
Yeah, unlike T.O., the media seems the actual reporters seem to love Matt Ryan because he's always ready to do an interview. He's always gracious. He's always humble. So,
and that means a lot. That definitely means a lot.
So Chris,
that's just like Julio. Julio can put up T.O. numbers, and Julio go in on first ballot.
Julio's on first ballot.
Because how many times have you ever heard of Julio ruffling a feather here? Let alone causing problem ruffling a fucking feather.
I can name one, but it wasn't his fault.
You mean when he trained with T.O. to get better?
No, when he tried to get more money and everybody was talking about trading his ass.
That wasn't ruffling a feather. That's called guaranteeing your fucking
future. No. Not him. He didn't ruffle. It didn't ruffle his. it ruffled everybody that was talking about trading.
Yeah, the so-called
I'm
media.
loyal to the
But
logo.
how about the front office was like, no, we're cool with him. We know what he's trying to do, and we're trying to work with him, get it worked out.
But see, that's the thing about it. We know that, but the people that logo affiliated, they want a Julio traded.
Oh, a lot of them.
Oh man,
a lot of them.
Because there's some Falcons fans that I really want to put on blast that I'm gonna let it go because they pretending like they lifers and the big wigs and
soon as somebody
you know what it is,
because you stay bashing the dogs too, but you're supposed to be my brother, so I'm gonna leave you alone right now because I'm kind of tipsy and I'm feeling good right now. So if y'all ready, we're gonna move on to the next topic because we only got 1
minutes.
more after this one.
Yeah,
y'all
got
ready for
about
this?
10 minutes, so we close the show out because I know everybody wants to see that. Well, it depends on where you're at. If you're in Georgia, well, no,
we might run a little over. We'll go ahead and cap these two off. Do our rants and get up out of here.
Well, I know what's the name? Y'all not doing the peace drop this year, right?
Nah, that they decided against the peace.
But in Florida, they're doing what's called the booty drop. So I better get with it.
Well, is T-Pain gonna be there?
The booty
I don't know.
drop.
I don't know. All I know is I've been reading about it. Jacksonville, Tampa, Atlanta, they all participating in it. So
the booty drop.
And see, that's why you always hear about Florida men in the new. You know what? Next time.
Hey, what?
There's a flag as whoa. Mason Rudolph got into it.
To get out of there.
What in the world?
Believe Myles Garrett.
They're swinging a helmet.
Yeah, there'll be some ejections coming out of this.
There may be suspension.
Steelers started.
Oh yeah, to everybody that said that's not real, you go Google it. There's a booty drop going down in Florida. So, Cookie by Nature, if you want to hear about it, you gotta go to Google because we don't talk about that on this show. I mean, I can't tell you.
Bullshit. We don't. We just we talk about a lot of things on the show.
Hey, to my brothers, I apologize. I should have waited till after. Now everybody want to know about this booty drop.
Well, that's what I want to know. They gonna get a
Look, man,
put it on a pole and then lower it slowly. What? How does this work?
Just go on Google, man. Google.
Man, I'm about
Google
to.
it.
This better not be some porn shit either.
I'm not. I don't know what it is. I just heard booty drop. That's it.
Oh man.
But anyway, as far as that incident with the
New Year's Eve booty drop, city of Lord have mercy.
Try to tell you, y'all thought I was lying. See, y'all thought I was lying. See, I researched and you know what? This is what I need y'all doing 2020. When y'all share articles,
Dre, it's family friendly.
Yeah, family.
They're dropping a treasure chest, fool.
Bruh.
A booty drop.
Look at me.
Booty,
look at me.
Pirates. Treasure.
Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me right now. We from Columbus, right?
Yes.
From Columbus, right?
Yeah.
Remember
Road. Yes.
You remember we had Family Day in the park?
Yeah.
Okay, then. So, yeah. Come on now. You smarter than that, bro. You smarter than that.
Oh wow, man!
But trust me, I seen a lot going down at Family Day in the park.
You know what? Let's talk about Myles Garrett because you got sidetracked.
I was ready. I was ready to say what I wanted. Thank you, Cookie by Nature. Drinking with family friendly too. Don't believe that. Thank you. See, somebody had to say it. Yeah, exactly.
We getting shut down. We ain't even gonna make it to 2020.
Let's continue, sir.
This is just this. It's strictly network won't be making it to 2020. We got left in the last decade.
Let's continue
because of the booty drop.
Sir. Let's continue, sir. See, come on. Let's continue, sir.
Yeah, Dre got.
Ooh, Nikki done said you need to focus, Dre. Focus.
Ooh.
She's still mad at me. She got mad at me because I talked about Kawhi. So continue.
Oh man.
So as
we,
far as
the issue here is this one. Do I need to replay the video for you?
no, because I already said what I'm gonna say. Mason Rudolph is just as guilty. And Jordan agreed with me. Jordan's, I agree with you. Did Rudolph say something racist or something? I believe he did, consider the fact he swung the helmet like that. I really think he did. Do I think he said the N word? No, but I think he said something. He probably said that my mama cooks better potato salad than your mama. So
wait, what? What? Wait a minute.
I don't know.
You tell Corey to keep that raisin.
I don't know what he said. I don't know what he said.
We're getting kicked off the air, you ass.
I don't know what he said. Hey man, you know how we did. We take pride.
Somebody check on our YouTube channels. Make sure we ain't been banned.
I love the potato salad, but I'm just saying. I'm not saying that he said the N word, but he had to say something for him to go off like that.
Yeah. Jordan just said we got. Jordan just asked where we went. We've been kicked off the air.
Oh my God! Oh man!
Maybe he said I could beat you in spades. Something. He must have said something. Man. I don't know. I really don't. But was it egregious? Yeah, very was because Miles Garrett.
But I agree with what Cookie by Nature said because I've been in the heat of battle.
Mm-hmm.
And he's right. In the heat of battle, no one thinks when they fighting.
It happens.
And things get said.
It does.
A lot. Hell, on the football field, how many times have we took a hit or gave a hit and then you just thinking back like, damn, did that actually come out of my mouth? Yeah.
Hey man, look.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm telling you right now, and Dexter tell you, when I hit you hard, I'm gonna tell your mama about it.
Yeah. I played safety. Strong safety. I was just like Keanu O'Neal. You came across that middle, your ass was mine. Mm-hmm. This shoulder, your chest. And whatever said was on the ground, hey.
As far as trash talk. So he had to look. I said some stuff. I heard some stuff, but I've never took my helmet off or took somebody's helmet off and tried to swing it at them. But I'm pretty sure.
I don't know what he had to say something.
He had to say something. I'm telling you, it was the potato salad. It was.
Nah. He probably told him that he wasn't black. He wasn't as black as Mason Rudolph. That's what he said.
He was talking about. I like you. You like Gucci Mane. That's why he probably swung the helmet after that. So I mean, I don't know. I really don't.
Something about Dan's post in the chat there, Mike.
Crystal, she's still talking. All I hear is
that's sis. We're just gonna let her chirp. We're gonna move on to the. I believe. Did it go up? There it is. We're gonna move on to the final moment for us before we do our closing. Our rants, our closing section, because it has gotten a little long in the tooth and all that. And for all of our loyal viewers, we appreciate you rocking with us through 2019. 2020 is about to be even bigger, better, and better. I think that's a movie or something. Sound like a porno. Don't judge me.
You talk about me. So
hey, I have nothing. Mine's sitting right there, so I ain't worried about it. Anywho, y'all ready? All right.
Sure.
Here we go.
If young Metro don't trust you, I'm gonna show you. Beautiful morning, yeah, the sun in my morning, babe. Nothing in the water. Beautiful morning, yeah, the
Dang waving the
I just got one question. Who was the dude in the red jersey coming out there almost tripping over his chain? Who was that? Who was that guy?
I think that's part of Dame's
That man,
entourage.
that man almost tried to kill himself trying to get to Damian Lillard.
Yeah, I think that's part of Dame's entourage, but
I guess. But Jordan said the same thing about I said Rudolph is guilty. He kicked him in the balls too, but that's a whole nother thing. But I just wanted to put that out there too. But as far as Damian Lillard is in the same category as Larry. He needs to go to another team, another competing team, a competing team.
Yeah, that's true. I will say this though, I'm happy to see that Dame finally got past the first round, and that epic wave to Russ. You know, because Russ did all that talking the entire series, and he just
he deserved every bit of it too.
He was like, "Bye, it's time to go."
But you know the crazy thing about it is, and this is just my opinion, I think that
damn, Otis, you cried 3 weeks for that? Oh, that's right, you're a Thunder fan. My bad, my guy.
I just look at it like the fact of the matter is, looking at the positions now, Russ will get farther than Damian. Right now, he will. He will get further than Damian. And right now, this season, considering the talent level that Houston has, I mean, yeah, they got Carmelo back and they got McCollum and stuff, but I really think that with Russ and Harden, they'll go further.
Beautiful morning.
Honestly, I think this is the most. I couldn't tell you who's going to win the championship because, like I said, I'm not buying LeBron and the Lakers in the playoffs until I actually see it. I want to see what they look like in the playoffs. All this regular season junk is just regular season. But when that spotlight comes on, that's when you see those when the stars shine. All right, when the spotlight comes on, when you need to, like the Falcons the other day. When we needed a stop, Debo ain't did shit all year, and when we needed him most, he got that pick six. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I worry about. When you get in the playoffs, when that shot,
Mike, hold on. You mean like Vic Beasley?
Like Vic Beasley.
You know, everybody don't want him back, but them 8 sacks look real lovely as the team leader.
9. Get it straight. 9.
I'm sorry, 9. Ooh, 9 sacks, team leader.
You know what I'm saying? When we needed him, like when they finally start to use him the correct way, like we've been saying all year.
To be completely honest, he said it himself. He started to believe
in what they do. Yeah.
He started to trust his hands. Once he trusted his hands and believed what he saw, that guy that showed out in Clemson returned.
That's it.
Beasley's way better than Campbell Cookie.
The only thing I want to say. This is the only thing I want to say. What took your ass so long?
It's not about him, Dre.
That was the inconsistency in the coaching staff. All the constant changes.
I understand that, but when you have 15 and a half sacks and then all of a sudden you regress down, I get it. Don't get me wrong. He had a bounce back year with 9 sacks. But what?
The 15 and a half to reverting was more of we took you from where we had you, where you got 15 and a half, and we put you in 16 other positions during the games. This is why I said that, and I said it all the time, Dan Quinn was doing way too much. He was doing way too much. Look at guys like Bill Belichick. Look at guys that are head coaches, but the only thing they're focused on is head coaching. They got other guys that could do the other stuff. I felt that's
a learning process. Bill Belichick had years to develop, players. Hold up. He had years to develop trust with other coaches. He's had years to develop trust. This is his first go round as a head coach.
Yeah.
So Bill Belichick had guys over the 30-year period of his career that he trusts.
Not to mention to Bill Belichick has a lot of veterans who have been teaching the boys.
I understand that.
When Vic went with the 15 and a half, didn't we have an actual sack legend teaching him every week?
And this is where my problem lies. Because when you have a sack legend there,
we tried to bring him back. He didn't sign.
It's not that. If I have a sack legend teaching me, I should be able to at least instill
Continue?
in my mind some of the stuff he taught me.
Well,
Now,
well,
on
I mean,
top of
he's
that,
getting back to it, but it went
this
from
is why.
but at the same time, like you said, at the same time, like you said, Quinn and staff were doing too much because
But
when you have Beasley on the line, rushing, doing his job as either a speed outside linebacker that rushes, or as a
and that's
down
why
a defensive end, only he can get there. When you got his ass in coverage and doing all these other things,
and this is
now Beasley looks like ass, and everybody's calling for his head
and
because
this is
you got
this
him
is
in the
what I'm
wrong
talking
place.
about. This is why I tell you. But this is why I tell you guys. We know Beasley has the potential to be a great pass rusher. We talked about it. We talked about it. We talked about how Quinn has another chance, but you got to look at what I talk about all the time.
Dre, I know where you're going. I know where you're going, but you're focused on the wrong thing.
Yeah, because even
You're
Quinn
focused
said
on
it
the wrong thing.
Quinn said it in his conference that I made mistakes,
and
they
see,
gave me a
this is,
chance to fix it.
let me say this. Let me say this. I know where you're going. I know exactly where you're going. But when you have one person struggle, it's mostly due to the guys that you don't have around you. And now the Falcons have guys that they're playing that he finally trusts. When
To
you
play
have
around
guys,
him. So now Beasley, now they're not like, oh shit, we still respect what he's done. We gonna chip him. We gonna double him.
Now we trust everyone else to do their job. Like
Which frees him
how
up.
Bill Belichick. That's how Bill Belichick does things. It's
And
all
to be
about
honest, Vic started his rise back because Tack was getting there. I mean, he wasn't getting sacks, but he was getting the pressure. He was penetrating.
But what did I say? What's the 5 words I'm going to say? You know what I'm going to say. The 5 words I'm going to say.
Go ahead.
Took you long enough?
Dre, that's it. When other players.
Dre, now we played the sport. You know it takes a long time for a coach to believe in you.
I understand that, but
Dre ain't trying to hear that though. Dre ain't trying because he.
But this is the reason why.
Dre.
This is the reason why. Vic's not a rookie though. He's not.
It's not about him.
He doesn't have to be a rookie.
It's not about him.
We got players on.
It matters to me. It matters to me because.
But
see, this is the reason why.
It doesn't matter.
We're not saying you. I'm not saying you're wrong.
Look,
I'm not saying you're wrong. What I'm telling you is that we got players on our staff right now that are longtime veterans of the game that won't see the light of day when it comes to playtime on this team, because when they do play, coach is like, if that's what you're gonna show me every week, no.
And see
that if you're not gonna show me the effort in practice, no. You not coming to OTAs like you're supposed to? No.
It's about everyone else.
Voluntary. OTAs are voluntary. Now, do I want players to get there? Absolutely.
OTAs are voluntary. OTAs are voluntary. Yes.
You know why?
However, when you don't show up,
that's the reason why Coughlin is out of Jacksonville, because he tried to make OTAs voluntary, and you can't do that. You can't.
Well, yes, OTAs are indeed voluntary. They will always be voluntary. However, if you don't show up, for some coaches, that shows you don't have the work ethic to get better. What are you doing during the time where the rest of us, when 95% of the team showed up for OTAs, where was that 5%? What were y'all doing? Julio's gonna get a pass because he's Julio goddamn Jones.
When you're not a rookie, you can make that decision.
You can make that decision, but if you haven't put anything on paper, if your stat line don't say that you rate not being at OTAs and not being a problem, not showing up is gonna be a problem. That's just like the military. Yeah, you don't have to technically come to PT, but if your ass failed my PT test, your ass belongs to me now.
Well, we already know what that goes, because when you make E6, they don't care if you make PT or not, just as long as you show up for work. And I'm looking at Beasley's numbers right now. This man's a 4-year veteran. He's a 4-year veteran.
Stop it. Let's stop right here.
Oh Lord.
What good is a pass rush without coverage?
No, we can't do all that. No, we cannot. We cannot
What good is a pass rush without? What good is a pass? What good is a Julio without Matt Ryan actually having the time to throw the ball? What good is
I have time about that, but we don't have time for the show. We can talk about it offline.
See, there we go.
Sir,
no,
sir. Last time I checked, I paid the account on the on this thing that makes sure there is no limit. So there is no limit. We don't have a peach drop here in Atlanta. So
yeah, exactly. We can talk about it.
There's no peach drop, and there ain't no booty drops either. So let's go. Come on, Dre.
Okay.
We ain't got no time left, but we can talk about it offline.
Oh, we got time.
We got time, but not right now because it's 2:09 and people want to see the peace drop or the booty drop or whatever.
We ain't got no damn peace drop this year.
Well, that's your mayor's fault then. Your mayor's fault then.
Dre just tripping, man.
How you gonna say Keisha? How you gonna say that's Keisha's fault? The state said we're not doing it.
Did she say she wasn't gonna have a peace drop tonight?
No, that was the state. That was the governor.
And who's the mayor? Who's the governor?
Come on.
I thought Atlanta was do whatever they want to do.
No, dog. Come on, Dre. Stop.
Atlanta is the capital. Dre. Atlanta might be the capital city, but if the governor say no, then we overruled by the goddamn governor. And you know
that, but Florida having the booty drop. So let's go to the rants, please.
I think he got a little bit of something in that cup, man. Dre
I don't know what he got, but I need some. What you got, Dre?
I don't have no. I thought we was going to see the rant.
Why he hearing high voice? What's in that cup, Dre? What's in that cup?
It's empty right now, so y'all need to hurry up so I can cook.
Yes, Cookie, the lady that can't cook is the mayor of Atlanta. Keisha Lance Bottoms.
Oh man.
So anyway, so we're going to the rants now.
See, even the chat was like, yeah, we good. They down to chat. So come on.
Ain't nothing to chat about. We're done.
We supposed to get the viewers what they want. We supposed to get the viewers what they want. They want to know what your thoughts was. Let them out. So we can go ahead and wrap this thing.
We don't have that much time, so we can't do that. Sorry, y'all. I don't mean to disappoint y'all, but I'm hungry and I need to cook. So if y'all want to hear about our rant, then we'll probably put it on the archive, maybe. We'll put it on the archive, maybe, but we're not gonna do it tonight.
All right, let me say this. Dex and I, Dre, ourselves, we're going to have a Falcons round table where we could talk about all Atlanta Falcons. Just our thoughts on the Atlanta Falcons.
Whoa!
We're gonna have that. Right?
You springing this on me now?
Oh yeah. Yeah, the fans want it.
When are you planning on doing this? Since you springing this on me right now?
It's coming soon. It's coming soon.
Because you know I'm half past tipsy. You know I'm working on moving. I got my dogs running around the house looking at me because they ready to play because I ain't played with them all day. And you springing this on me right now? Right now?
Yeah, the fans want it. See, the fans, look, people talk. They want it. They've been wanting it.
This chat ain't moved in 2 minutes.
Look, they want it, man. Just trust me. They want it. They want the Falcons. They want the Falcons round table. All right, we're gonna give it to you. All right,
we're gonna be safe, Crystal. I'm gonna find myself something to do before the new year starts, so I don't have to play. Guess is that gunshots or fireworks? Since I have PTSD like no other.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait to get the hell up out of here. Jesus Christ. Film study. Oh, okay.
Oh, we got you, Devontae. You can come on too. We got you too.
And see, Cookie talking about he always ready. See, so they ready, Dre. But you said you gotta eat, you gotta cook, and a man's gotta eat. So I get you.
Just that we've been on here long enough, and I want to see
I get it, Dre. You gotta cook, and you gotta talk to and make sure she not mad, like mad that we talked about.
Oh no! I'm never that. I'm just saying that I don't want to keep people on here all night because some people do actually want to see the ball drop. I got it on my TV right now. So.
I mean, yeah, that's true. But this YouTube, they ain't gotta have that on their TV.
See, y'all. I mean, if y'all want to, that's fine. If y'all want to, that's fine.
Like, come on. They said it's open invitation. What you got? Oh, and Cookie said, what's on the menu before you go? Matter of fact, Cookie, that's a good ass question. What is on the menu?
Street tacos.
I'm gonna make some pasta tonight.
We on the way. Me and Kim are getting in the car, bro.
Whoever said, whoever, you know what, whoever keep, you know what, I know who it is. This my BFF Ladonna.
Wow.
BFF Ladonna. I know she's doing it.
I ain't got.
No, it's just, honestly, I don't even know what I'm talking about. So we need to go.
I'm confused. I don't even know what just happened. Like,
I don't know what happened either, because I thought I was going to talk about something, but you know what? I'm cool. I'm ready for 2020. I got about 3.5 more hours until 2020. Y'all got about 2 more hours until 2020.
I got an hour and 45 minutes before 2020.
Yeah.
Whatever. So, just.
And I'm gonna celebrate 2020 by waiting for the wrecking ball of a best friend of my fiance to swing through. He's helping us with the transition from here to Phoenix. I'll speak more about it in my parting shot, closing rant, whatever the hell we want to call it.
I do want to say this though. As much as I want to say this though.
As a matter of fact,
I want to say this. I want to say this real quick. Just because I say things about my Falcons doesn't mean I'm a fan. I'm less of a fan, because I know I got some super fans on my timeline.
Damn, we're going straight into it. All right, well,
no. I just want to say this real quick. I'm say this, and then we're gonna go there. But please don't get it twisted. I love my Falcons through the good and the bad. So if you think I'm one of these fake fans, put your finger in my face and say that shit.
Well, that being said, I have one honorable mention. Just one.
I'm sorry, y'all.
You good?
Happy New Year.
I got one honorable mention. Y'all ready for this?
Oh.
That's what the government looked like when.
Ow.
All right.
Ouch.
That was a great moment for me. But now that that's happened and I got that out my system, it's time. Which one of y'all want to take the floor first?
Well, mine, I'll go, because mine, I really don't have anything to rant about, to be honest. I'll just plug out stuff. All right. This is something that I wanted to show you guys. This channel is not just solely about me. I wanted you guys to kind of get an idea of who Dre is. He's hella talented. He's the guy. He's the tech guy. He's the behind the scenes guy that actually make all of this, happen. So, man, just be open to what Red Cup Rants and Strictly Prohibited Network is all about. Just support your boy, man. Trust me, y'all wouldn't give you no bullshit. Y'all know I wouldn't give you any type of bullshit if these dudes wasn't true fans and honest about their opinions and just everything, and they weren't talented. You wouldn't have these guys on that channel. So just trust me when I say it, man. Red Cup Rants. It's here to stay, and you can best believe you're gonna get some of the best topics, and it's just, you're gonna get everything. You're gonna get the best out of us. So if you guys want to come on the show, be a guest, look, you see that number? That number right there. That's a calling number for you guys could just come in and talk speak your mind, man. But man, happy New Year, and just, man, fuck 2019. Whatever you guys did bad, good or bad, leave that shit back in 2019. Whole new year, we about to burn this bitch to the ground. All right, like Seth Rollins, burn this bitch straight to the ground. That's what we're about to do in 2020.
Alrighty then. So
go ahead, Dick.
All right, Seth Rollins. God damn. All right. Well, 2019 was the year of trying to think of a polite word, since this is.
Do you realize? Do you realize that we're not polite?
You know what? I got fussed at today because I went full rampage on a status. Dre knows. I mean, Mike knows what happens. He saw it, so I went. I've been kind of terroristic all day, and I've been getting fussed at. And Crystal,
we
we don't
all
give a
get
damn.
busted.
We don't give a damn if you
Look.
call
What
in,
happens?
because I want y'all to also understand another thing about this show.
Hold on.
If you want to be a guest, and
Hold
if
on.
you want to be a guest and you don't want to call in, if you are not afraid to show your fucking face, we have a
Hold
link.
on.
We can invite you.
Hold on, Crystal. We definitely want you to call if you want.
Please call in. Please call in.
Please call in. Please, if you want to call in, absolutely.
Yeah. Call it. Call in. Matter of fact, I'll send you a link every week. You can show your face.
You can always
You
call.
and your husband
Look,
can
this
show
is what
your
happens.
face.
This is what happens.
I will make sure that you have a plate at the table every week if you want to come.
Absolutely.
All I'm saying is the fact of the matter is the number's there. If y'all see the number, y'all follow. If y'all see the number, y'all are more than welcome to call. Don't act like we scared.
Mm-hmm.
Not act like we scared.
I ain't never scared.
So I'm not gonna do the camera thing right now because I'm kind of all over the place. But 2019 was a year of let's see, what's the word I'm looking for? Fuckery and debauchery was the best two words I can describe 2019 with. A lot of things happened. A lot of things didn't happen. And I want everyone that can hear me or see me to understand that all that bullshit, leave it in 2019. Not just the year is changing in a few minutes. The decade is changing. It's time for all of us to grow up. It's time for us to lose that entitled attitude, thinking that things are just supposed to be handed to us or just go our way because we are who we are. That's not how life works. I joke, I smile, I laugh, I try. Because behind the tears of this clown, if I let you behind the mask and let you see what I've endured and what I endure every day, you probably think I'm as off my rocker as Antonio Brown, if not worse. You never know what another person is going through, so don't judge a book by its cover. And as a person who is a strong advocate of mental health, never be afraid to open up your ears or your arms to help someone, even if you don't know them. Because sometimes it's easiest to talk to a stranger about what's going on with you than it is to talk to somebody you know. Because the ones who, quote unquote, know you judge you the most. They have expectations of you. And then when you don't meet that expectation, it makes whatever mental illness you got worse. Depression gets worse. PTSD gets worse. Things that you thought you had under control aren't under control anymore. Take the time to evaluate yourself, your living situation, and those around you. These two knuckleheads you see on the screen with me.
Damn, knucklehead, bro.
Hey, you heard me. My two big brothers.
I'll let it fly. I'll let it fly this time.
These two knuckleheads are two of my big brothers, and I wouldn't trade them for nobody. Because there's not many people. There's not many people that I trust as much as those two.
Two more.
Yeah, there is two more.
Two more.
We ain't gonna talk about little skibbity paps. We ain't gonna talk about little skibbity paps. I love my little brother. That's little skibbity paps. You know what I'm saying? But I don't.
We got the wild child of Canada too. So.
Oh yeah, and we got our BFF, our best friend, our producer, and our sister down there. She's in the control room. I don't think she want to show her face right now, but
she's showing that Kanye face. So I'm gonna talk to her when I get off the phone. When we talk. Putting that Kanye thing up there.
Oh boy, she just made the grown woman a face. You in trouble. See? But yeah, evaluate the people you have around you. Those you think are your friends might not be your friends. If they just telling you what they think you want to hear and not what you actually need to hear, get rid of them. Do not have a Vince McMahon type circle. Don't just have yes men around you or you're doomed to fail.
Jerry Jones.
We making jokes, but it's true. If everyone around you just tells you yes all the time, you're not gonna
You
make
don't
it.
need them. You don't need them kind of friends
You're not gonna make it
at all.
because these two tell me no more
Oh, they
than
know.
they tell me no more than anybody I've
Y'all
ever
don't
met.
understand. Look, let me tell you something. Y'all don't understand how much me, Mike, and Dex fight almost every day. You don't understand how much we fight. This what you see here, what you
Ooh.
see on every Tuesday, that's the finished product. You don't see what happens between Tuesday and the next Tuesday. You don't see that. You don't see the infighting going on. But we're old enough to, and we're mature enough, and we love each other that much that we understand where both are coming because we all have differentiating opinions.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what you see right now is the finished product,
Mm-hmm.
but after that, like between that time,
Between
you don't see
Tuesday and
how much
Tuesday,
you don't see how much we
between
fight.
Tuesday and Tuesday, y'all don't
And we
understand
don't see how much we fight and
what
argue and
production
debate a lot
conversations
of
is
stuff.
like. It's rough.
It is. But
I'm gonna tell
if
you
I
this
have
one
to
thing.
if I was
I'm
to
a,
go into
right.
if I
Go
was to
ahead.
go into a situation like the purge, they'll be the first people I'll call.
Right. I'm gonna tell you this one thing that my grandfather told me. I'm gonna let y'all roll. Don't fuss about or complain about your struggles. Embrace them. Your struggles not only show you who you are, it shows you who the people around you are too.
Yeah.
When I'm struggling, these two have always made sure that I got my ass up off the ground,
Mm-hmm.
that I'm still breathing.
Mm-hmm.
How many of your friends can actually say that? And I don't mean just, oh yeah, it'll be all right. No, these motherfuckers have literally, if I need to hop a flight, I'll be there. Get up.
You know how many times
You're not done yet.
You know how many times Dex and Mike talk about it was gonna come to my house and we had a fight.
Considering we both have his address in our phones, yeah, it's doable.
Mm,
You know what I would say? I'd be like, you know what, y'all come in the house, we can fight, but I'm gonna give y'all pancakes after that though.
All right, Rick James, take us out of here, man.
hey,
Dumbass.
Hey, everybody likes pancakes though, man. I mean, it ain't Waffle House, but it'll be damn near close.
All right, game blouses. You right.
Yeah. So, but whenever you're done, Dex, so let's
Take
go,
us home,
man.
Dre. I ain't gonna talk about the fake ass Falcons fans that make everybody else
You know,
look like
we
the
can talk
best.
about that all night, but we got to
That's why I ain't
go
gonna
all
talk
night,
about them. Take us
all
home,
night.
Dre.
because we got to go because I know there's a lot of people that want to celebrate New Year with their families, so we're not gonna keep you long. I'm gonna say a few things before we leave. Um, One thing I want to say is about I know Mike don't want to hear this, and that's perfectly fine. That's his opinion, and I respect his opinion. But I'm going to say it anyway because I'm a parent. Um, as far as Dwayne Wade, what he's doing as far as his child, I respect that because as a father myself, um, when I was growing up, I didn't have
Right.
uh, that same envelope that I had with my dad. My dad was more of a man's man. Did 30 years in the army. He was more about, suck it up. You're a man. You're going to be a man. Cool, whatever. I understand it. But me growing up in my time and my son growing up in this time, it's way different now. And you don't have to believe that, and that's fine. But you gotta understand that times are different now, and you have to accept sometimes that your kid is going to be different from a lot of kids. Now, do you have to condone his actions? Absolutely not. But as a parent, you have to understand where he's coming from and you have to be compassionate. That's what a lot of people say when I see people say, "Oh, they're talking down on kids," and they always talk about, "Oh, I'm a Christian. I go to church. I love the Lord." But where's your compassion? Where is your compassion? Where is it? There isn't none because you only do it in church, but once you walk outside the doors, you don't give a fuck anymore because you only want to do that in front of your pastor, in front of your deacons, in front of God, supposedly. But then when you go outside, none of that stuff you are following anymore because you're just worried about yourself, and it's fake to me, honestly. That's why me personally, I stopped following the church. I mean, I still believe. Do I believe in God? Absolutely, but I don't believe in the church no more because the fact of the matter is that the church can be fake sometimes with their teaching and their saying.
Let me say something real fast just before you
Go ahead,
go.
Mike.
People can be fake. People can be fake. It's not the church. It's people can be fake.
Mhm.
That's what I want to clear up.
That's
Like
why
for me, I don't go to. I don't.
and you're absolutely right because, like I said, pastors could be telling you one thing and doing something a whole lot different. I know a lot of, you know what? I'm not going to talk about.
I know a lot of them too.
Because I know I was about
I
to
already know. Like I
I
said,
know
I
I was
already
about to
going.
go.
People are fake, man.
But the fact of the
Mhm.
matter is that I see a lot of people get on Dwayne Wade for being a father because of how his unorthodox ways of raising his children. But you got motherfuckers. I know plenty of them. I don't associate them with them now that
Aren't
will
even in a
see their
child life.
kids. Yeah, will see their
Right.
kids on the playground and drive right past them and don't say shit. Nothing. Not even
Mhm. Oh, I
support them.
know.
Yeah,
Nothing.
because
Mhm.
So
I'm the first to admit that one of my children came to me the other day and was just like, "I like girls." Okay, cool.
yeah, like I
And
mean, like
what
look,
am I supposed to
I'm
do?
gonna say it
Tell
like
you
this.
no?
Right. I'm gonna say it like this. If Terrence was to tell me that he's gonna go live an alternate lifestyle, as much as it would hurt me, I would still love him. You know why? Because
As
as
long
a
as
parent,
he's
you
not
have to
as
be.
long as he's not endangering his life,
He's
who are we to
not.
stop him?
He's exactly. He's unconditional. He's loved. I'm gonna still love him unconditionally. Why? Because as my son, I'm going to raise him unconditionally and love him unconditionally as his father. I'm still going to love him because you know why? This world's not going to love him. They're not going to love him.
Mhm.
They're not. They're not going to love him. The only love that he's going to have is from my mother, his mother, and myself. That's it. So I understand people are questioning how he's raising his child, but at the end of the day, he's still in his son's life. How many people, how many kids can say their dad was in their life growing up? Not a lot. Not a lot. It really isn't. So, but then I have another rant. I have another rant, and this is going to be another rant. Sorry for being serious on 2019, but I do have another rant here. And Dex and Mike, you probably saw this yourself because we all follow Papa Falcon on his page, and he was talking about the kid that committed suicide by getting killed by a freight train. Uh,
The
right,
Wasn't he a college
right.
football player?
No, he just accepted a scholarship to Tech. He was a 4-star player.
Yeah,
He
yeah, 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 yeah,
he just
yeah.
they say he got killed by a freight train, and people trying to figure out. We're gonna find out he killed himself by suicide. I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna be real honest here because if people listen to me and listen to Dex and listen to Mike, this is a very serious subject for me. I know everybody talks about the jokes and everybody talks about how I be hee hee and making everybody laugh, but when it comes to mental awareness and mental health amongst Black men, that's something I really take a really big, serious consideration in because we've all been there. Like I said, Dex talked about it earlier. I do suffer from a little bit of PTSD. I do suffer from depression a little bit. And people talk about how depression is supposed to look a certain way. Everybody says that depression is supposed to look like the person that's sad. Robin Williams was depressed, but did he look it? Did he look depressed?
Jim
Did the chef
Carrey's depressed. Jim Carrey has
right,
depression.
right. Did the chef who hung himself, did he look depressed?
To
That
be
man was living
completely,
his life eating
I'm
five
gonna
star
be completely honest with all of you listening. Most comedians that you have seen and laugh at, most actors and actresses that you have seen and watched and enjoyed suffer from depression.
Right.
Some of the
And
roles that they take throw them into depression.
right.
Look
This
at
man
the
was
everybody who's ever played the Joker as of recently ended up with depression or PTSD as a result.
right. So I mean, the chef, he was out here eating 5 star course meals and living his life, going to all these hotels and stamping off. And he hung himself in his mansion, a mansion, not an
Mhm.
apartment, not a slum house, not under a bridge, at his mansion. I'm gonna tell you right this, man. Depression is very real, especially now, especially right now with Christmas and New Year's. It's very real. It's very real. So, um, if you haven't watched the video that Papa Falcon put up, unless I watched it and I was very heartbroken about it because there was a mother that was crying out for her son that she was heartbroken. And I say it all the time. My biggest fear to me is me burying my child before I go. That's my biggest worry, my biggest fear. Um, so when going into 2020, I'm thankful going into 2020 with a fresh mind and a fresh mentality. But at the same time, check on your strong friends. Me and Mike and Dex are probably the three strongest guys you know. But every now and then, please check on us because sometimes we don't have it all there. Trust me, because it's been times where I completely fell
Oh,
off the face.
I'll talk both of them off the ledge plenty of times.
Right, trust me.
Literally talk both of
Trust me.
those guys
There
off.
have been many times. There have been many
Thanks,
times
Mike.
where Mike and Dex have said they was gonna come see me because I was not in my right frame of mind, and
Mm-hmm.
they were willing to go to war with me to make sure I was good.
Yeah.
So you need friends like that because you got people like Robin Williams that passed away. Even Kate Spade, who was a very good designer, she killed herself
Mm-hmm.
because she wasn't happy. But
The
she's
food
probably one
guy,
of
the food guy. I
the
forget
food.
his
Yeah,
name. The
the chef,
food
the chef.
guy.
Yeah, the chef.
Shit,
Yeah,
Um.
you just
I
gotta
forget
you
his
just
name.
gotta look at it. You just gotta look at it like this. Just because you have a great job or you're happy or you're
Money don't buy happiness.
uh,
Money can't
them the
buy
ones
you
them the
happiness,
ones
dog.
you have them the ones you have to check on because everybody looks for the guy that's like the Eeyore. You know how Eeyore, if you ever watch Winnie the Pooh, Eeyore was
Oh. Okay.
quintessential depression guy who always sad. He was always down on himself. Them not the guys you gotta look out for. You gotta look out for the one that's telling jokes,
Anthony
the one that's
Bourdain.
telling everybody else to be positive, the one that's trying to uplift everybody. Then the ones you gotta watch out for because them the ones that usually when you wake up in the morning, them the ones that usually on the front page. Like I said, Robert Williams. Robert Williams is probably one of the greatest comedians of all time to me. But nobody knew what he was going through. But he was always laughing and cracking jokes. But guess what happened? Guess what
Yeah.
happened when we woke up?
Yeah.
So to me, and I know we're running over. I'm gonna
It's
go because I
Anthony
could talk about
Bourdain. Corey.
something.
The food guy's
But
Anthony Bourdain.
yeah, Anthony Bourdain.
Bourdain, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, Anthony Bourdain. But please check on your people.
Yeah.
Please check on your people. You know what I'm saying? That's all I got to say after that. I'm good.
And
All right.
see, let me say this one last thing. I know this probably throws some people off, but this is why we created the Red Cup Rants. This is not just your regular sports show. We talk about real life issues along with sports, because people need to hear the truth and the facts of the matter. We got way too many yes men. We got way too many people out here pretending to be hard and I'm the toughest motherfucker alive, and they know in their personal life they're living an absolute hell. So, you know what I'm saying? Like if this is too quote unquote um deep for you, like I said, man, I can't for you, dog. Like I don't
Telling you.
hold any motherfuckers hostage. You can you can leave at any given time. But like I said, Red Cup Rants, Matt Mike Sports, we are here. Matt Mike Sports, strictly prohibit network. We're here to talk about nothing but the truth and the facts of the matter and what people need to hear. People need to hear this shit.
And
People
like I said,
need help. We got these little rappers, kids, and they killing themselves, popping these pills, drugs, and all this type of shit. And we got motherfuckers that's out here, condoning. Like, look, like these, Future, like Future, like everybody love fucking Future, and he, making it popular to drink lean and all this type of shit, not knowing that a lot of people dying off of this shit. So people need to hear the truth, man, and stop all this fake shit and letting motherfuckers, kill themselves, trying to be cool and shit. So, man, like I said, if you don't like Red Cup Rants, if you don't want this deep shit, you can get the fuck up on out here, man. Like that's the real shit I got to say.
All
Yeah,
right.
we have the like I said, we got 2020s lined up. My man Brian
got it.
Jones will
I
come
got
through
it.
with his
I
show.
got it.
Oh, go ahead.
Is it housekeeping time?
Yeah. Oh, wait,
All right. Let me do before I do my housekeeping. I have to
we
address
got
some things in the
shout
chat.
out to
Gustavo
Gustavo checking in
Fetoso.
from Brazil.
Thank
That's big.
you.
That's big.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for
That's
watching.
big.
Thank you for subscribing and following. We are all Falcons fans in here. Well, 3 of the 4 of us in here are Falcons fans. LaDonna is a
Cowboys fan.
yeah, she has her
But
own.
Phil is a Patriots fan, so.
Nah, I'm just kidding. Love you, Phil.
But hey, shout out, hey
love you,
man.
Phil.
Look, I'm gonna let my brother do a little housekeeping. But
All right, but
I
want to thank
appreciate.
I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I want to thank everybody for commenting and enjoying the ride with us, coming along with us. We thank you for closing out 2019 with us. We appreciate you riding the ride with us in 2020. You better tell people that if they're gonna jump on the bandwagon, they better do it now because we taking off in 2020. We gonna be bigger, better. We're gonna be higher. We're gonna have more and more and more. That being said, let me explain to you about that more and more and more. We have in the zone with B Jones. That's gonna be coming in 2020. We don't have a tentative start date, but we will let you know about our man Brian Jones. He is very unscripted. He is very unfiltered. And he just don't really
He's like
give a
us.
fuck.
He's like us.
He's like us, but he's a one man crew. He is a Kansas City native, and he will scalp your ass. Okay?
Yep.
He will scalp your ass.
Pretty much.
We got the Hodgepodge show every Saturday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You know, for y'all that have,
Oh yeah.
that.
Shout out to Patrick, man. Patrick, get
better.
Pat's
Pat's got some.
Better, man.
I got you, B Jones. I see you. I see you, Pat. I hope you feel better. Don't let that food poisoning get you. You better not roll up. You better not leave us before 2020 get here, because I will come up there and shank your ass. We gonna get you better. I ain't dealing with you.
Yeah,
damn it.
Brother, man.
Just let you in the family, and you trying to leave? That ain't how this works.
But
Sean, make sure Pat is okay. But yeah, Sean and Pat every Saturday night, the Hodgepodge show. They make great content. They keep it real. You know,
absolutely.
That's a Philly guy.
If you haven't checked out the Hodgepodge show, please watch it. It's a very.
I can't remember where they both from. I know one's from Philly, and
I don't know. Patrick is a Cowboys fan, so I don't know where he's from. I need to talk to him.
We're gonna have to worry about that. And we have one of our other we got one of our other things shows that comes on. It usually comes on after every game. Patty from B-More. Oh Lord, have mercy.
Wait a minute, he's from Baltimore. He's a Cowboys fan. I don't understand that.
Me neither.
They don't.
Okay, but we have another. We have literally 2 more shows, and we have others in the works. But we have 2 more solid shows that are on our network. One is called The Chain Reaction with Boom and Mimi.
Mm-hmm.
Let me explain to you about these crazy motherfuckers here. Comes on after every Falcons. No, comes on after every Cowboys game because they are Cowboys people. They are located in Dallas, literally in the heart of Cowboy country. So when they tell you some Cowboys news, if it's coming from them, it's usually golden because they live fucking there. Okay, Boom knows his shit and he calls his team out more than anybody I've ever heard. Mm-hmm. You think Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless is bad? Get on Boom's bad side.
Yep.
Mimi is literally there to try to keep the man under control. It doesn't.
Just try to.
It doesn't happen. Speaking of Mimi, hey LaDonna, we love you. There's one more show. It's called the Champagne Conversations. It's going to be a Thursday show. If I remember correctly, it's going to have I don't remember what time they're going to start. It's going to be 9 or 10ish. I don't know because my fiance is going to be in it. It's gonna be on January 16th. I know that's the start date.
All I know is January 16th.
You know what?
2016.
LaDonna, you tell them.
She said January 16th.
Whoa, nothing. You tell them, goddammit.
Jesus. Right there.
No, but it's
She looking
Thursday
white.
night.
She looking mighty white.
I am. I know.
Yeah, you looking mighty white today. Like you
gotta
looking whiter than ever.
So I can do this. So I can.
Hey, look. Hey, I want to say something real quick. Shout out to my nephew Tyreek when he said he was ready to start the show. Right then and there. He was like, F y'all. He was like, F y'all, because I saw his head and I was like, what the hell happened? And Don was like, he started the show. Shout out to my man Tyreek. That's my nephew. My nephew said he was ready to go.
We look mighty. She look mighty. LaDonna, tell them about the champagne conversation.
Okay, champagne conversations between me, Nikki, and Kim. Sorry about that. I'm getting comfortable. But we decided we wanted to have conversations for women because we had conversations, kind of for men with the whole depression thing. And it was what 2 months ago, 3 months ago, this summer.
That's 2 months ago, yeah.
And we talked about that, but we decided we wanted to do something, not just for this one topic is might be for teenagers and parents with teenagers. The topics are going to vary. So you're going to hear one about keeping your relationship hot, keeping a relationship, in going. Like once you get it, and that's what I tell people. A lot of people, once they get a relationship, they forget how they got that person in the relationship. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about self-esteem. We're going to talk about, checking on your strong. I am one of those strong friends. And some days I need checking on. We're going to
slinging napalm week 1. Goddamn.
Drinking that Red Cup.
Goddamn, she's slinging napalm week 1. This is some craziness, yo.
No, but we're gonna
you know what? Hey, look. Hey, Dad. Guess what? She got 2 people that are capable of slinging it with her. So.
I know. I live with one of them, and she never shuts the fuck up unless she sleep.
Yeah,
look back, did you?
Yeah, because she's gonna come back.
I live with her and she loves me, so I'm allowed to say
that y'all about to just pop her on. Like for real. I was not ready. I was
plug your show, please. Our lovely best friend producer.
For our ladies fans, please tune in because I know sometimes y'all don't have a safe space to talk about women's stuff.
There it is. That's the line I was looking for.
We're gonna give you an avenue to talk about women's stuff. So and men too.
It's gonna be some conversations for men too, because it's not just women.
And I'm gonna say this, even though the show will be hosted by 3 women, men.
Please tune in.
Mind you, I said men. I didn't say niggas. I didn't say little boys. I said men. Tune in.
Can't say that on the show, man.
Too late. I need y'all to tune in and learn some things, okay?
I understand.
I need y'all to understand what these women go through on a daily basis.
I'm still learning.
I have a fiance. I have 2 teenage daughters. When I tell you their struggles are eye-opening, just tune in, watch, and you guys can learn for yourselves. Because a lot of you have never even thought of putting yourself in a woman's shoes and just seeing what it's like to walk a day.
Absolutely. I'm learning myself. Matter of fact, I'm gonna be at work, but I'm definitely gonna be tuned in listening. So
and yes, I said it. I did say men, I didn't say little boys, and I dropped the N-bomb. I said it. I ain't gonna say shut up. I ain't gonna get us demonetized. Not this time. we PG-13. I get 1 slip up. That was my 1.
Okay, I'm done.
Oh man!
One more.
I mean, it's New Year's. Look,
let LD finish.
And then the chain reaction will probably be on sometime this week, just due to the fact that this whole Jason Garrett DiBiaco thing is going on. So it'll probably be on.
I don't even know what's going on.
I can't say what's going on.
We know what's going to happen. I'm just let y'all all know. I need everybody who's watching tune into that.
Yeah, so we'll
watch the Mount Vesuvius explode.
We'll probably pop in Friday night, Saturday if the update is by then. And but we're going to do probably once a month, especially if there's big breaking news. We'll probably do something.
Draft special still?
And
Y'all
we are
still in line for
doing-
the draft special or?
We are doing the draft.
Yeah.
Matt, Mike, what about us? Are we trying to do one?
Oh
as
yes,
well?
absolutely. That's
Yeah, we're gonna
that's
do it
the round
together.
table I'm talking about.
Together.
All right. So before we get off the air, one more thing. Mike, Dex, Phil, Matt, Wrestling Podcast. Stay tuned.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Still don't have a name. Still don't have a date. We're trying
it's
to
in the
get it. We're
details.
trying to get it in between, either between the wrestling shows a week, because you know you got AEW, NXT on Wednesdays, you got Raw on Mondays, you got SmackDown on Fridays, you got New Japan on. I believe they run on Tuesday or Thursday. Usually,
Yeah.
You have Impact. You got MLL. You got AAA. Yeah, I watch all of these things.
Yeah.
We're gonna try.
So I know
Try
a lot of people. I know a lot of people are asking about why we're not covering wrestling. Just keep calm. We got this.
We're going to be covering wrestling.
We're going to be covering wrestling.
We're going to be covering wrestling. I'm going to try my best to not be the old bitter fan of back in the attitude era.
You're gonna be Vince McMahon, right?
No, I'm gonna try to be the anti-Dre, because I mean not the anti-Dre, but the anti-Mike, because Mike is the, all the flippy dips and shit. I don't like it.
Hey, look, I just canceled my WWE.
I know you did.
I don't even watch wrestling no more. I really don't.
I know you don't.
I don't know what's going on at all. Gustavo, I saw your question. You're gonna have to listen to the beginning of the show.
Just break it down for him. Break it down. Just go ahead and break it down.
No, because we are.
How do you explain the difference of the team in the first two games?
We talked about it at the beginning of the show, so he's probably gonna have to listen to it.
Team in the. Yeah. The change after the break. Consistency. The change after the break was mainly based on the team being more in sync, the coaching staff having actual defined roles and what they're doing, more consistency, and
can you change play callers?
Yes, our defensive play callers. Dan Quinn relinquished the role of defensive coordinator to Jeff Ulbrich and Raheem Morris.
Yeah.
And Jeff called first and second down. Raheem called third, and that allowed Dan to just focus on being a head coach and to work with the players during practice.
Okay, I didn't know if y'all wanted to do that. That's why if y'all want to do that,
it's cool.
Yeah, it's
because
cool.
we still gonna address the comments. We ain't just gonna send them.
Okay,
back.
I'm just making sure.
Another thing that the Falcons did that no one talks about is we simplified our defense.
Yeah,
a lot of the complex hybrid we're trying to do the 3-3-5, 4-6, 5-2s,
which is similar to what the Ravens simplified their defense. They just want them to play and be athletes, and that's essentially what what not only the Ravens but the Patriots as well. They simplified their defense. It's just let players just be athletes instead of studying
trying
for
to force
them
trying to force a square hole to fit around square peg to fit
just
around.
let them play, man. Just let those guys.
Raymond, hello, we see you. Thanks for dropping in.
Yes,
Zay,
sir.
I don't think we're going to draft a running back at 16. We're probably either going to go D-line or offensive line with the first couple picks.
And whoever said they want to call in for the draft special, come on.
Yeah.
Call in. No, is that B. Jones?
Probably.
So, all
right, man. Let's go ahead and wrap it up.
But
man.
with that being said, we thank y'all for we went an hour over. Oh well. We thank y'all for
it's an hour over. And people want to drink their champagne. Their champagne getting
that's what ice is for.
They're probably already drinking it like you are.
Oh, I'm gonna drink and cook, so I'm good.
Yeah, both of y'all.
Good.
Mike too.
Look,
Mike too. That's why he looked bad.
That's all I'm gonna say. Happy New Year to Happy New Year's to you. Happy New Year's to you. And Happy New Year to you. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna get up out of here. The decade is over. 2020 is the start of a new decade.
We made it.
Start of a new year.
Hey, big things for SPN, man. Stay tuned.
Your situation is what you make of it.
Yep.
Let that
Unless
sink
you're a
in.
Saints fan. Unless you're a Saints fan. So fuck
Then
yeah.
you can go to hell. Yeah.
Go there. Fuck yeah.
They can't turn it off. I'm sorry.
What about the Eagles? They can go to hell too.
She can't turn it off either. She wanted the Cowboys to lose, but she can't turn it off either. So it is what it is. But yeah, your situation is what you make of it, guys. And we thank you guys for tuning in. We thank you for rocking with us. 2020. Hold on for the ride. Bring your friends because we about to take off even higher. This is the beginnings of this is how Strictly Prohibited Network started.
How we are.
These ugly faces right here, all four of us. Not Madonna.
It's six of us. It's six.
Yeah. Well, we started with these four and we grew out. We got some more peoples.
Right.
Well, now we got more brothers and we got more sisters and
what 50 cents?
Now I can't get rid of none of y'all motherfuckers.
What 50 cents? Hey, look. What 50 cents say? Hated the love of the underdogs on top.
Dre, go watch Creed 2 again or something. Shit. We hate you too, Lil Donna. We love y'all. Everybody. Y'all got to go home. You got to get the fuck up out of here. We out.
2020.